sponsorship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators at all GHSA central events. Profanity, degrading remarks, and intimidating actions directed at officials or competitors will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from the event site. Spectators are not allowed to enter the competition area during warm-ups or while the contest is being conducted. Thank you for your cooperation.
John, I'm not mistaken, Greg, this was named after the Gary Company.
Dr. David Lewis.
It is, and where it was in Circuit City is now, here at the airport.
The big cow was up there.
I think it's actually still there. Surprised that if they ever do want to move it, maybe they'll locate it in downtown because of the status of it. Or you can bring it here to Connect Stadium.
I bet that I think it's the Best Buy, not Circuit City.
Best Buy. I knew it was one of those electronic things.
We got a lot of electronic things here we're going to hook up. We mentioned last week the Tigers had a big win. Also, as Columbus comes to this, they had a big win last year. Actually, last week, and actually last year, I went to the second round of playoffs. When you talk Columbus sports, you're usually talking about their baseball team, their soccer team, their golf team, tennis team. They do real well.
Their academic team.
Well, I think they do well too. But if you think about it from the football standpoint, they struggle. I think this is the 17-0 is the record of the Tri-State Tigers against Columbus over the course of the time they played. Now, I say that Columbus is resurgent. I think that they've got a very positive attitude about what's going on. They got some people behind them, but at the same time, I think you and I talked about this off the air. This is the kind of thing that can be a trap game for a team that's coming in and feeling pretty good about what they did last week.
You certainly got to be careful on Wednesday night, on Thursday night. It's a short week, plus you had Labor Day weekend, and we forgot about that. Monday, kids were in school, they had practice early Monday morning, but it still tends to throw your routine off on a short week and add to a holiday weekend. But you're right, Columbus, they're looking at this, hey, this is a non-league game for them. What they like, nothing more than come out here and establish ball control offense. Similar to what originally came out in last week, they came out in a two-tight pro set. And their intention was simply just to see if they could pound 3 or 4 yards at a time and ball control.
In the first half, they could. But as the Tigers began to change their defense around, more fronts here, linebackers moving around, they were in the backfield the rest of the ball game. That wasn't going to work for them.
Defensively, right, the Tigers made a point to force the issue. And at some point in time, you let the first series or two take its own go its own way and kind of develop its own system, and you decide what kind of adjustments you need to make offensively or defensively. And so if you throw 8 men in a box and dare you to throw it and stuff to run, then you got to be able to throw it.
Well, something I noticed last week too is they got such aggressive guys on the defensive side, especially at linebacker corps. Devin Hill is one of the guys that's really leading the state tackle. They almost over pursued much of the first half. They're flying in there so fast that they look and there goes the running back right by them. They don't have a chance to come around and get it.
Well, that's really an offensive strategy as well. You scout a team and you realize how to fly the football. Maybe, I'm not saying you go less than 100%, but you acknowledge the fact that a defense pursues like crazy. Where can I take advantage of it? Well, maybe the slow the play is purposely take an extra half step with the tailback before he then makes his cut, and therefore accommodates or counts over pursuit by the tackle.
The non-regional schedule of the Tigers is pretty stiff. 3 of the 4 teams they played went to the playoffs last year. The only team that did not is Harris. Harris always puts up a good fight against the Nebraska Tigers.
Well, and speaking of that, Amy and I were down at Sam's Club last night, and Harris County Booster Club was down buying all kind of foods from their concession. And my word, they look like the Beverly Hillbillies, loaded heading back up. But they were excited about their game this weekend, and they knew they were coming to Callaway Stadium next Thursday night. So the Tigers have 2 Thursday night games in a row, and then we'll be back Friday nights for the rest of the season. So just a little bit different. I think personally, from a fan standpoint, it kind of gets your weekend started early. But from a coaching standpoint, there's always that extra challenge. It's a non-routine week.
Something else that I noticed last week, Greg, I'm very impressed was Trey Wiggins. I think he played a really control ball game, had over 210 yards, 24 times running the ball. He's also caught some passes out of the backfield. Also did a tremendous job with just around returns. late in the ball game, there was a play that I think just epitomized the kind of character the young man has. The Tigers were already up by forever, 50-something against them. And we had a safety against the original guys. They kicked off this like the 20. He catches on the 40, and he's been told by the coach, look, let's just not advance this. This was really not add insult to injury. Right. And they really kind of went halfway on it. They weren't really coming after him. And he kind of looked on the sideline. Coach didn't want to get hurt. If you play halfway, you'll be hurt. Absolutely. That's a quick way. So he wanted to run the ball. He ran the ball, and they weren't tackling nothing. He took a spin and looked up. And I saw one of those beautiful walls I've ever seen on the far side of the field. He got behind that and basically just trotted in the end zone. The guys on the kickoff team realized the opportunity that they had. So he wasn't trying to pile on. But if you don't play full out the whole ball game, you're going to have things like that happen to you.
Right. You're not going to ask your player to purposely just kind of trot down through there and get tackled. But you do expect the opposing team to give you a little bit more effort than Ridgeland showed late in the ball game.
What do they say? If you don't want me to pile on, then stop me.
Yeah, absolutely. They've got just as much responsibility to stop the offense as we do to play the offense. So
we're going to step away for another break. When we come back, we'll have your starting lineups. We're going to try Greg on the wireless and see if he can get down to the field. Right now, you're listening to Troup High School Tiger Football on Eagle Sports.
And an injury game changer. That's why Houston physicians are on the sidelines providing immediate care to athletes after an injury. Houston physicians have been on the sidelines of football games since Dr. Houston started the tradition 60 years ago with us. The Houston Sports Medicine Team provides high school pre-participation physicals, sideline coverage, injury clinics at the Memorial Hospital during football season. An injury can be a game changer and immediate care too. Contact the LaGrange Houston Clinic at 706-884-3274.
This is that low commercial.
Precision Auto Body started after Eddie Bartlett painted his first bike when he was a kid. And after a lot of schooling and training, now Precision Auto Body is one of the shops in Georgia and Alabama.
Hey, I'm Eddie Bartlett. Come see us today down at Precision Auto Body right here in LaGrange, Georgia.
Brought back to original specs. Bring your pride and joy to the staff of Precision 101 Service Park Lane in LaGrange. Your Pie of LaGrange wants you to come out every Monday from 7 to 9 p.m. for the Key of LaGrange Coaches Show, broadcast live by Eagle 1023 on the patio. Come enjoy some Your Pie pizza and talk some football every Monday from 7 to 9 at Your Pie downtown LaGrange.
Now back to the field for Troup Tiger Football on the Eagle Sports Network.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger Football. Jack Woman, Greg Hicks, live here from Connett Stadium here in Columbus, Georgia, as we're getting ready for the Troup High School Tigers to take on the Columbus Blue Devils. And down there, we're looking at the toss. Looks like the Tigers have won the toss.
I think Columbus won the toss, declined. They deferred to the second half, so the Tigers will start this game on offense. And they'll be back to the north end zone, so they'll be moving from north toward south, toward the field house. And Columbus will be going south-north toward the scoreboard.
Our friends at Your Pie bring you the starting lineups, and let's take a look at those real quick, Greg. Let's start off on the offensive side. Go ahead and take a look at those.
For offense this week, we've got some change-ups since Will Cooley is out this week. He at starting center, you've got Tyler Kitchens, number 54. You've got at right guard, you have Braxton Truitt. At left guard, you've got Zach Smith. At left tackle, you got big Royce White, who we expect big things out of Royce White.
Yeah.
And at right tackle, you've got senior Michael Irvin, kind of the heavyweight of that offensive line. He's a senior and leader. At tight end, you've got Luke Purnell and Marcurius Kelly, who's really stepped up this year. He's a junior, but wow, he's made some impacts during the preseason scrimmage and then last week, as he's also playing a little bit of defense as well.
Yep.
Of course, you got Zy Varner, which is going both ways at wide receiver. You've got another Mark Anthony Dixon, one of the fastest kids in Quad A at wide receiver. And, of course, Trey Williams, we know he's going to have a good year so far this year, and he's going to have a good year. Trey Williams is your running back, number 3. And, of course, Kobe Hudson is your starting quarterback.
I've heard of him. Over on the defensive side, let's take a look at the European lineups. Four-man front for the Tigers. Number 36, Jeremiah Holson, will be defensive end at the other side. Will be number 22, Xavier Clark. Andy Boykin starts at defensive tackle tonight, number 44, along with Jordan Adams, number 24, at nose tackle. At the linebackers, right there in the middle, is A.J. Tucker, number 20, a freshman. Tell you what, you and I have talked about since the first scrimmage. Look out for this young man.
Absolutely.
Braylon Gooden, he's your will linebacker. And then Devin Hill, number 7, he's your Sam linebacker. At the corners, Marcurius Kelly, we just talked about him. He'll be going both ways. Sir Morgan, number 20, cornerback.
Now you know why they call him Sir Morgan.
Yeah, that's a lot of letters there. Sir will be at the other corner. Strong safety, Cullum Irvin, number 17. Played a good ball game last week as he stepped into that role. And then Jace Godwin, again, one of the leaders of this team at free safety, number 29.
And I believe Cullum is Michael's younger brother, Michael Irvin, being the senior offensive lineman. And fans have come out with the Columbus Blue Devils cheerleading. They led the Devils to the sidelines, and they were burning some, what would you call it?
Well, that's not burning. That's just a smoke bomb.
No, smoke bombs, but they were carrying them like a sparkler gun, a sparkler stick, and we
can see nothing up here.
You can see nothing. You're waiting for the smoke to clear, and we got the window open, and
it's acrid. All right, so the Tigers will be returning the ball to start things off. Columbus kicks the ball off left to right on your radio dial. We'll keep it here as we get ready for kickoff. Sun's in our eyes just a little bit as it's coming down. A little bit earlier start. It'll be in our eyes for quite a bit today. There's the kick. Driven down and taken. Bounces up, actually. And now it's taken out the 15, back to the side of the 20, up to the 25, 30. Out of bounds at about the 36-yard line.
That was Mark Anthony Dixon that he had to take a stick, try to catch the ball, took a step back. It bounced on about the 16-yard line. He picked it up on about the 12 and ran it all the way out. Great field position as the Tigers will start 1st and 10 from their own 38-yard line.
Everybody's checking their wrists, get the plays as the Tigers do not huddle. Actually, a little bit better spot than we thought it was going to be. Williams in the backfield with Hudson. Williams will now step up into a wing on the left side. Hudson calls for it. Looking to pass on first down. Looking. Got some time. Airs it out down the field on the right side. And it's picked off. Picked off back at the 30. And so Columbus, with our receiver in double coverage, makes a huge play to start the ball game.
And one of the things that Hudson did that time is that he didn't really check off. He just kind of took the snap, looked to the right, never wavered back to the left, and the wide out was under double coverage. I want to say that was it could have been Mark Anthony Dixon on what we call a fly route or a go route. And the free safety had really already moved over toward the Troup sidelines. And so it was double coverage, and he just jumped up and took it away like a long punt. So Blue Devils now start from their own 30-yard line.
The quarterback stands in a shotgun pistol set, takes it, and hand off into the line. And a wide open, he's at the 40, 50, down the left side. He could go 20, 10, 5. First play from scrimmage, the Columbus Blue Devils score against the Troup High School Tigers. Just a dive play to the left side.
Just a belly off the left guard, and it was simply the Tigers were caught in a stunt, opened it wide open. They had a 3-man to the right, so what that did with the free safety is it moved him and shifted everything to the left side, so that left side of the defense, so that opened up the entire side of the offense for the right, left side offense, right side defense, and 70 yards later, the tailback really, he was kind of surprised that he was wide open like that. But anyway, so that'll start out so early in this contest with only 11 minutes and 34 seconds left in the first quarter. Columbus scores. Now the PAT is blocked by the Tigers.
So that's blocked. So 6-0 is your score. Let's take 60 seconds back to the station to reset ourselves. This is Troup High School Tiger Football on Eagle Sports.
Rogers Barbecue in LaGrange has been locally owned and they have dinner specials for only $7.29, and that includes your drink and dessert. Tuesday night from 5 to close is all-you-can-eat ribs And Thursday's all-you-can-eat catfish and with their Brunswick stew is famous throughout the region. They proudly serve only U.S. farm-raised catfish. So dine in and drive through Monday to Saturday, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. at 117.
We'll be there when you need us most. Strong through every storm. That's how it's been for our first 100 years. And how it will be for generations to come.
Mallory Agency at MalloryAgency.com. For all your insurance needs, it's the Mallory Agency.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagles Sports Network.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football as the Tigers are down 6-0 already with 11:34. So only 28 seconds gone off the clock. Kick taken all the way back at the 5, up to the 10. Mark Anthony Dixon has the ball. Jukes one man, 20, 25, 30, out of bounds, about the same place, but there's a flag down at the 25.
Side judge threw a flag at the 24-yard line, and it looks like he's going to call holding on the Tigers, and that'll back them up from the spot of the foul 10 yards at least. So that you're probably looking at Tigers, rather than having decent field position at about 36, going to back them up as they're walking off now somewhere in the neighborhood of the 15-yard line, and that's where the Tigers will start their second offensive possession.
And maybe get a chance to run more than one play this time.
Well, let's hope they do that.
So Williams will stand in the backfield with Hudson.
In the shade, Jack, as you can see, the Tigers they'll come out of that. About the Troup high sidelines and about midfield is covered in shade at this time.
Hudson leans up, checks his line. He'll clap his hands, call for it, hand the ball off to Williams. Williams pounds it into the right side, gets about 2 yards on that, 2nd and 8.
Hey, he wanted to test Braxton Truitt real quick at the right guard, along with the right tackle Michael Irvin, and they were able to pick up 3 hard yards up to the 18-yard line. The defense for Columbus just come out in a regular nickel defense and just said, hey, we're not even going to stunt. We're just going to play you straight up and see what happens. And that's what they're doing now. They got about 8, 9 men in the box, Jack?
Yep. They're making some adjustments. Hudson calls for it. He loses the ball, picks it up. They're chasing him around. He's at the 5, looking downfield to throw the ball, and just throws it. Almost throws another interception. Trying to throw it to Luke Purnell.
Luke Purnell is standing around about the 24-yard. I don't know when he's standing around. He's in motion, as you should do when you're scrambling quarterback. It's kind of like all routes are gone now. You just go find the open spot and give him something to throw at. And Purnell was there at about the 23-yard line. And all of a sudden, when Hudson throws the football, boom, there comes a corner, stepped in front of him and hit him right in the chest, bounced off, and it could have been a second interception.
Almost a pick 6. Hudson back to pass again. Looking. Throws across the middle. Throws a rope and almost caught. My goodness gracious. In and out of the hands of the intended receiver, Devin Hill.
Actually, that was Luke Purnell from his slot position, tight end. He had stepped. No, that's good. He stepped out and he ran about 8 yards downfield and on a 45 slant and it should have caught the ball. You could see he was just
right off the hand.
Yeah, but he caught it and he lost control. He's falling forward. Tough break for the Tigers. We tried to establish a run game, Jack, on the first play, picked up 3 yards, and then we almost – and, of course, the reason he was scrambling on the second down is because it was a snap was off. We said that Will Cooley's not at center tonight.
Right.
And so the snap was off a little bit and fumbled it, and they had to scramble for his life as the Tigers punt the football.
They'll punt it away. They'll bounce it about the 50. And settle down at about the 47-yard line. 30 seconds. Back to the station. Tigers trailing by 6. Listen to Troup High School Tiger football on Eagle Sports.
Hi, football fans. This is Jonathan Moose from Glenn Smith in Opelika. We're happy to be a sponsor of high school football. We believe that high school athletics builds character among young people, and we are honored to lend our support. This is a great area to live, play, work, worship, and retire. In our 27th year, we are your Chevrolet Buick and GMC dealer with over 600 new and used vehicles every day. Online at glennsmith.com. Glenn Smith Chevrolet Buick GMC. Get ready to smile.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagles Sports Network.
And here comes Columbus. They're in a pistol set with the back just to the right of the quarterback. Handoff into the line again. He's going to be pushed back in the backfield. He tries to get the corner. Gets a little bit of that. Gets in about a yard of the field. 2nd and 9.
It looks like Devin Hill on the outside. Jordan Adams might have grabbed him the first time and kind of pushed him. Then he got a stiff arm, and here comes Devin Hill in the background. There's a flag on the field, and I'm not so sure that they're not going to call that as a horse collar. But I know Coach Glisson is standing right there. And let's see what the referee says, Jack, who's pulling it around at about the 38-yard line, about to face the home crowd.
He's backing up.
My guess is it's going to be either a face mask or a horse collar.
Personal foul, face mask against the Tigers.
Yep. And that was on the tackle. And the reason you're not getting any argument out of Glisson or any of the other coaches because it was right in front of him. And so it was obvious for me, and I got bad eyes, and I'm 150 yards away, it seems like. But that benefits Columbus as they move inside Tiger territory down to the 38-yard line, Jack.
So a play that has been stuffed a little bit, instead gets big yardage. Ball rests on the 38-yard line. Man in motion from the far side. The quarterback takes it, backs up to pass. Look, he's got some pressure. Loses the ball. Ball's on the ground. Tiger's going to get on it. It's going to be Tiger football at the 45.
Wow, what a break for the Tigers. They were putting a ton of pressure on the Columbus quarterback, and he looks like in that pressure somebody had reached over and kind of grabbed his right arm and jerked his arm back, which created that fumble. Couldn't tell who actually got on the ball, but the defensive unit comes through with a big play to nullify that Columbus drive, if you will. So the Tigers will take over on their 43-yard line.
10:06 left to go in the first quarter of play. Tigers trailing 6-0. They've got the ball in the best field position they've had so far in this contest. Kobe calls his own number, goes around the right side, follows his blocking. He'll go out of bounds at about the 45. Going to get about 2 yards up the field, 2nd and 8.
It was simply that was not an RPO or a run pass option. That was a straight run.
Yeah.
He's going short side of the field as the ball is placed on the far hash marks. And for us, that means it's the short side of the field is on the Troup sideline. And so Kobe just tried to follow Luke Purnell up the sidelines and Royce White, and they picked up a couple of good yards.
Tigers with a tight setup again. Kobe will call for it. Turn, hand the ball to Williams. Williams fights his way across the 50 down to the 49-yard line, just short of the first down.
He'll pick up about 4 yards, maybe 5, and you're right. It'll bring it 3rd down and a 2 for the Tigers. The ball is rested on the 49-yard line of Columbus.
Tigers quickly back up to the line of scrimmage. Slot receiver to this side. Also wide out. One man, not all the way wide on the far side. Kobe calls for it. Fakes to Trey. Throws it, airs it out down the field, and overthrows his intended receiver. Number 6, Mark Anthony.
It was on a go route. He actually faked the handoff to Trey Williams up the middle, and all of a sudden he immediately looked, and, of course, the cornerback was a step behind him, but they were fighting each other's arms, back and forth, and really it was – and you could see real quick, like, Hudson had threw the ball way out there to let Dixon go get it, but because he and the corner were slapping each other's hands, it threw his stride off. So 4th down for the Tigers.
Tigers going for it. Toss it back to Williams. Williams up the field.
Oh, what a move.
Makes a huge move. Gets down to 30. Taken out of bounds at about the 16-yard line. And a huge run for Trey Williams.
What a great move. They're going to mark him out at the 14-yard line, Jack. Just a little toss sweep on 4th and 2 for the Tigers, and Trey Williams takes a hard plant with his left foot, leaving the Columbus guy in the dust, and he simply cut hard right and went down the sidelines. What a great run by Trey Williams. That picks up about 45 yards on really his second run of the game.
And a different play than we've seen before. The fake, Kobe's going to keep it, fakes out his man, spins around in the middle, gets down all the way to the 10-yard line.
They're going to mark him, looks like just inside the 10. He's going to pick up about 5.5 to 6 yards on that. Again, not an RPO, Jack. He's simply just going to take it himself, but he's going to go right behind big Michael Irvin and Braxton Truitt, and along with Tyler Kitchens, the center position tonight. That offensive line is starting to get a little mad and open up some holes for the runners.
Kobe fakes it, rolls to his right, looking down the field, looking. He's going to tip it himself. 5, and into the corner of the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
All along, Kobe could have kept it anyway, but he was really trying to share that touchdown, but he had about 5 orange jerseys 4 yards deep in the end zone, Jack, and he just elected to trot into the corner, which was wide open. Smart move by Hudson. Puts the Tigers on the board to tie the ball game up 6-6 at 7:59 left in the first quarter of play.
Think about the respect they've got to have for the passing game to not come and get him.
Absolutely.
I mean, he was by himself out there. He pulled up right at the 10. He didn't want to cross the 10 because he wanted to try to give them a shot.
So Andrews with a point after attempt, and it is good.
All right, 7-6 is your score. We've got 7 minutes and 59 seconds left to go in the first quarter of play. Listen to Troup High School Tiger football on Eagle Sports.
Calling all area coaches, high school coaches, travel ball coaches, and more. Mud Creek Graphics is now selling sporting goods like Wilson, DeMarini, Louisville Slugger, Rawlings, and Russell for travel teams, football, baseball, basketball, soccer, and more. For more information, call Mud Creek Graphics at 706-884-5592. Mud Creek's for all your sporting good needs.
Seems just like yesterday. He was running around the backyard playing football with his little brother, dreaming about the big game. Now he's here. He worked hard to make the team, and he's ready to take the field. And at Synovus, we're here to cheer him on. From meeting your personal and business banking needs to pulling for the hometown football team on Friday nights, we're proud to be a part of our community. We're Synovus, the bank of here. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagle Sports Network.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. We're ready for the kickoff. The kickoff's brought to you by Glenn Smith Chevrolet Buick GMC in Opelika. Get ready to smile. Well, it's going to be taken back at around the 20, brought up to the 30, and that's where Columbus Blue Devils will have it 1st and 10.
Freshman Nolan Barton on the kickoff. He's the kicker on the kickoff, and he was really not looking for a deep kick, but he had a lot of hang time, allowing the Tigers to get pursuit underneath it and only allowing Columbus for a 10-yard return. They'll start their second possession of the ball game from the 30-yard line.
Here comes Columbus. Shotgun snap. Tigers are all in that backfield. My goodness gracious. Now, I think Greg just broke my arm.
I'm sorry. As I want to say, Jabraylon Gooden came in from the wheel side, the backside linebacker, and really he was about to just waylay the quarterback, and the whistle blew, and it looks like there may be a false start by the Columbus Blue Devils. But, man, Gooden's eyes, you know he was just wide open because he was untouched heading into the backfield.
Thank you.
And that may be that left-handed quarterback I talked about earlier. If it is, you know, the natural look is a left side offensive tackle is the one that really has to do the protection for a right-handed quarterback. But then you got to have the right tackle do that same job for a left-handed quarterback.
Hand off in the line, and my goodness gracious, the Tigers in there. 2 takedown as the Tigers are going to plant the running back in the backfield with a suplex.
It looks like Jeremiah Holston, number 36, from his right tackle position, slanted in.
Actually, AJ. That was AJ.
AJ? All right. It was 26 then.
Yep.
You know why I said Jeremiah Holston? Because he reminds me. Look how, as a freshman, how juniorish he looked. He's stocky, got some weight on him.
Pass play for the Blue Devils. And nothing doing there. He's tackled in the backfield. Again, they continue to lose yardage. It's going to be 3rd down and about 20.
A little stab pass out to the right. It looks like he was going to try a little bubble screen, but the Tigers' pursuit was just too much. And you're right. It lost another 4 or 5 yards. So they're looking at 3rd down and about 20, maybe 21 yards as the ball for the Columbus Blue Devils moved back to their 16-yard line.
Take the quarter standing on his 12-yard line waiting on the ball. Takes it back to pass. Got a little screen pass right up the middle, and he's met right as he catches the ball now at the 20-yard line.
I'm going to guess that's A.J. Tucker on a tackle because it looked like his stature. It may not have been, but everybody was pursued on that screen play except it was A.J. Tucker. As a freshman, he was knowledgeable enough to stay at home. You know, you just don't get that out of a freshman a lot. What an exciting – again, we talked about Kobe Hudson 4 years ago when he was making outstanding plays. And now look at Tucker. And I realize it's only the second ball game of the year. He's already making an impact.
Yep. So they'll have to punt the ball away. Punter stands on the 5-yard line, waits for it, low snap, and almost gets blocked.
Trey Williams and Kobe Hudson in the back. Kobe Hudson will take this.
It'll bounce out of his hands. He tries to make guys miss, running backwards, which is always dangerous. Now he's back up the field. 40, 50, and he's going to go out of bounds at about the 38, but is there a flag on the play?
Well, there is a flag, but it's over at the 35 sidelines of Columbus, and it's a back judge telling the referee, hey, look, way up toward midfield, he spotted something. His flag is on the 35-yard line. I suspect that's not where the penalty occurred.
Well, we had one of the best blocks of the year back at the 30 to free up Kobe to get up the field.
And see, he made sure his helmet was the right side. But I believe, Jack, that's where it's going to happen. So you had a guy back here on the 10-yard line calling a play 50 yards away on the Troup 40 sidelines. I believe
they called it helmet to helmet.
Okay. He could see that 50 yards back. And there's 8 other guys on the field that didn't throw the flag. Okay, that's cool. Long as nobody's hurt and he doesn't have an issue with it and the guys can get up and play, that's really all that matters. Is that let's just go back, because the return, as in it netted out okay, but it was really ugly, and that Hudson took the ball, all individual effort, and started running backwards, zigzagging.
They call a timeout. We'll take one as well. 30 seconds back to the station. Tigers leading 7-0. 7-6, with 5:43 left to go in the first quarter. Listen to Troup High School Tiger football on Eagle Sports.
The month of September has arrived and our great deals at Nissan of LaGrange continue. Katie Cates here, and we are doing something special this month. The month of September is Childhood Cancer Awareness Month, and we are going gold all month long. During September, Nissan of LaGrange will donate $50 for every car sold to the Rally Foundation. With cancer being the #1 disease killer of kids in America, we must do all we can. I encourage everyone to go gold this month and visit Nissan of LaGrange for a great deal and a great cause. Nissan of LaGrange, your friendliest hometown dealer.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagles Sports Network.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. Jack Woman, Greg Hicks, live from Connect Stadium in Columbus, Georgia. Troup High School Tigers leading 7-6 over the Columbus Blue Devils. Tigers have the ball now. After the penalty, it'll be brought back all the way to the 25-yard line, and that's where the Tigers will take it 1st and 10. 5 minutes and 43 seconds left to go here in the first quarter of play. It's kind of gone back and forth, back and forth. Tigers, though, were able to mount a big drive a moment ago. Down the right side of the field, he'll pick up the first down and go out of bounds back at about the 42.
Good job by Luke Purnell, and he's in the slot, but he comes in to make the block, and he's got responsibility to that outside defensive end, which he does a good job, springs Trey Williams out to the edge, and he's able to turn it up, pick up 11 yards. So I haven't been keeping up with the yards and the stats right now, but on about 4 carries, Trey's already up to probably about 75 yards rushing.
Yeah, he's moving the ball quite well. Had a big game last week as well. Trips to this near side.
Looks like Big Andy Boykin's in the slot.
Trey gets the call again, makes about 4 guys miss, gets across the 40. And he'll get about, let's call it 4 yards, 2nd and 6.
They may give him 5 if I can count the hash marks, Jack. But either way, right up the belly, right behind Kitchens, the center, and Zach Smith, that left guard, is Zach Smith stepping up big and wanting to help out that rushing game as well from his offensive left guard position.
Man, wide to the near side, wide to this near side as well. Kobe takes it. Fakes it to Trey, thrown across the middle, complete to the 40, 30. Varner still on his feet, makes a man miss. 10, 5, touchdown Tigers!
Hey, from the 44-yard line, a little fake handoff up the middle to Trey Williams that drew the linebackers in, and Zy Varner, who is at an offensive tight end position on the left side. They had actually 2 tights that time. Zy Varner stepped behind the linebackers, caught the pass, and the offside cornerback tried to catch up and tackle him. He shook him off and ran it in for the touchdown of the Tigers. And that was will go down as like about a 58-yard touchdown pass.
60 snap, hold kick is up. And the kick is good. 14-6 is your score. We've got 4 minutes and 51 seconds left to go in the first quarter of play. 30 seconds back to the station. Listen to Troup High School Tiger football on Eagle Sports.
Isn't life crazy? One day your fender gets dented by a runaway shopping cart. The The next day, your kid's college entrance exam is a runaway success.
Yes, I got accepted.
But that's life. Some days you're the bug, some days you're the windshield. No worries, your State Farm agent is here in all of life's moments, the good and the not so good, to help life go right. So good day, bad day, any day, let's talk.
State Farm agent Matt Orr on the square in downtown LaGrange.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagles Sports Network.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. Tigers leading 14-6 with 4:51 left to go in the first quarter play. Now the Tigers are starting to look like themselves. A three-play drive just then, a 56-yard touchdown by Zy Varner. As there's the kickoff.
Nolan Barton in his orange shoes, it looks like.
Caught at the 20 up this near side. Stays in bounds. Gets across the 30 to the 35, maybe about the 37-yard line. Columbus will have it there first and 10.
Tackle made by Mandarius Dix along with a couple of other Tigers as the Columbus Blue Devils on their third possession of this first half will start on their own 43-yard line.
It's actually their fourth.
Is their fourth possession?
Yeah, because remember, they got an interception on like the first play.
True. Well, I was questionable as whether I could actually count.
That's why I try to write it down. I don't keep all the stats, but I got a few. Here comes Columbus. Quarterback takes it, backs the pass. Looking, got some time, throws it across the middle. On and out of the hands of the intended receiver, number 1. That's Akivia Story.
Well covered by Cullum Irvin, a sophomore. You know, we talk about A.J. Tucker, a freshman linebacker. Cullum Irvin, a sophomore corner. And even if the kid had caught it, he would have been out of bounds because of his momentum was carrying him out. 2nd and 10 for the Blue Devils of Columbus.
Here they come. Pistol set, put a man in motion back to the far side. Goes swing it out to him. Actually tries to swing out to him. The quarterback's going to be sacked in the backfield. Ball comes loose at the end of the play, but it's going to be after the whistles.
A.J. Tucker, a freshman, in on that tackle along with several other Tigers. And the quarterback is grabbing his left ankle/hamstring area as the officials are going to call timeout and bring the Columbus trainers out to take a look at it.
Well, you know, Greg, that's one of those cases where you want guys to play to the whistles blown, but the officials kind of let him stand there for a little bit. With about 6 guys. A quarterback, you want to protect him a little bit.
Absolutely.
Let's go and take 30 seconds back to the station as they take a look at this young man. 30 seconds back, Tigers leading 14-6 on Eagle Sports.
Life costs money, sometimes lots. First Franklin Financial has loans for living. Our Hogansville and LaGrange branches offer personal loans from $300 to $15,000 with payment plans to fit any budget. Stop by and meet the friendly Franklin folk at the location near you. Visit onefc.com to learn more. All loan terms and applicable APRs depend on meeting our underwriting and income criteria for the loan size requested and may require collateral. Georgia Residential Mortgage Licensee number 5656.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagles Sports Network.
Caught me in mid-cookie.
You got to be careful.
The folks up here have provided a few refreshments, and I was going for the Chick-fil-A cookie there, and they knew I shouldn't be eating it, so we come back from break.
It's funny how that works.
Yeah, it is. The Blue Devils with a new quarterback in, who quickly hands the ball off to his tailback, and he's just rocked his world. He didn't get back to the 40. He does get back to the original line of scrimmage, which is a 38. So let's bring up 4th down now and 9.
Andy Boykin comes off the bottom of that pile along with A.J. Tucker and Devin Hill. So a lot of the Tigers are ready for that run defense. But, you know, Columbus has done a pretty good job at mixing it up, Jack, is that they'll give you a run look, and then they'll come out and try to attack Cullen Irvin, just a sophomore corner, to see if they can gain some momentum. But with that, the Blue Devils are going to punt. Let me see who's back for the Tigers. I'm going to guess that it's Mark Anthony Dixon, and we have Ruffin, the punter.
And we're going to run it back to the 40, 45, 50 down the right side. And this will come back more than likely as he goes out of bounds at the 20. Great return. But I think, did they throw the flag?
Yes, that was actually Trey Williams trying for that second return in 2 weeks, Jack. But, yeah, it was a roughing the kicker. Let's see what the white hat says. Personal foul.
Yep. He's either trying out for the Rockettes or it is a personal foul roughing the kicker. So Columbus will get a fresh set of downs.
It was 4th and 9. The ball was on the 38, and they're going to move the ball across midfield to the Tigers' 46-yard line. Automatic first down for the Columbus Blue Devils, so that'll keep their hopes alive.
14-6 is your score right now. 3:22 left to go here in the first quarter of play.
And again, it's just me, Jack, but the last time we were down here at Northside in a scrimmage game, the first quarter took forever, it seemed like.
It is a long first quarter. There's the snap. Going to kind of run the option. Quarterback says, please take this ball. And again, another belly-to-back suplex by A.J.
A.J. Tucker, I can already see Scott Hicks.
Oh, excuse me, that's Jeremiah.
Jeremiah Holston. Scott Hicks would be mighty proud of him because he has a tendency to do a lateral.
Mm-hmm.
And in wrestling, that's what he's doing. He picks a guy up and throws him backwards. Perfectly legal move. So we need to get Jeremiah. He needs to wrestle this year. Or he needs to wrestle, not wrestle. There's somebody misspelled that, printed a T-shirt. Not going to. Anyway. Good job for the Tigers. Second down and about 15 for the Blue Devils.
Wish you could have seen the eyes on the quarterback for Columbus. He's a younger guy that's in there right now. He was a little bit scared to death as he quickly hands the ball off, and that young man is quickly taken down by a host of Tiger tacklers, led by Jabraylon Gooden.
Jabraylon Gooden first, and you've got Jeremiah Holston, big 99 for the Tigers. If I can get you that number, I'm not used to calling 99 out for the Tigers.
That's Isaiah Cox.
Isaiah all over him as well. So, and he's a senior defensive lineman having a good game tonight because, again, that might have lost another yard. It'll be third down and about 16, maybe 17 for Columbus.
Columbus once again starts in the pistol set. Quarterback takes the pass. So he takes the snap. Left-handed quarterback as well. Throws it way over the head of his intended receiver. Just kind of looks away in disgust and walks back to the huddle.
From his corner position, wide out / cornerback Marcurius Kelly said, man, I'm about to get me a pick six. Well, the quarterback, as you said, not the starter, and he has done nothing but just get pummeled by the Tigers. You know, he was a little bit nervous about throwing that, and Kelly's thinking he might have a pick six. He overthrew his receiver. So he'll have a punt situation, 2 Tigers going back in Mark Anthony Dixon, and it looks like Trey Williams, and they'll be positioned on about the 14-yard line.
So here we go. There's a snap. Gets the punt away. It'll be taken at the 10, up to the 15. Across the 25 to about the 28-yard line goes Trey Williams.
Williams picks up. He was kind of waited on the opportunity there. He kind of eased over toward the middle as the defensive unit or the receiving unit kind of did a little inside wedge, if you will, and he was able to pick up 15 yards. So pushing toward the end of the first quarter, your Tigers up 14-6. Is that right, Jack?
Minute 46 left to go in the first quarter of play.
The field is fully shaded, so the Tigers and the Blue Devils not feeling the heat of the sun. I think only the press box is still in the sun.
We
Jack.
just can't see them.
That's right. A lot of glare.
Williams gets the call. I thought a face mask there, but they're going to just say it went across his shoulder pads, inadvertent, I guess. Ball carrier this time is going to be number 32, Devontae Moss.
Moss follows that left guard and left tackle, Zach Smith and Royce White. He'll pick up 5 yards as the Tigers come back to the line of scrimmage.
14-6 is your score in favor of the Tigers. Getting off to a little bit of a slow start tonight. They'll tighten things up on the inside. Cubby will take it. He'll swing it out to the right side. Caught there, following blockers, down to 35-yard line.
Luke Purnell from his slot back, he actually was just outside his normal tight end range. He actually stepped back, Jack, into the backfield, took the pass play, a little stab pass from Hudson. He's able to turn it up, pick up 2. Third down and 4 as the ball rests on the 35-yard line. They've got to get out to about the 38.5.
Yeah, Columbus read that pretty well that time. Kobe just going to call his own number, run the left side, pick up exactly the yardage that he needed for the first down.
He'll get up to the 49. He had to get to the 48.5 as that'll move the chains. He runs out of bounds, so that'll stop the clock in the first quarter. Good. I mean, looking over too, Jack. Good, decent crowd for the Tigers. as a lot of them showed up a little bit after it started or about the time, and probably about not quite half the stands full for a Thursday night. Pretty good crowd for the Troup High Tigers.
Well, credit the Columbus student section because they have filled up things over here. They're for the cheerleaders and got a good group. Pass down the field, falls incomplete. Second down.
Nice job by Hudson. We talked about earlier, first play of the game, Jack, he did not check off. Well, he looks over toward Trey Williams as Trey is easing out of the backfield toward the Columbus sidelines, and he looks him off and draws the corners in. Only the corner sticking with Kelly on a go route, and Kelly was there, just slightly overthrown. It'll be second down and 10 for the Tigers.
That play is whistled dead, a flag, as encroachment by Columbus is what it looks like. We'll see what they call. Actually, looks like they're backing the Tigers up. They're facing the wrong way if it's on the defense.
Yeah. Encroachment on the offense.
Well, the official called encroachment. Instead of calling offside.
Yeah. Okay, I got it. I get confused too. Just like I thought it was Marcurius Kelly, but it was actually Zy Varner on that go route as I took a step off the sideline to get some water.
Handoff into the line. Tigers going to pick up almost all the yards they need for the first down on that play alone as Trey Williams goes right up the middle across the 45. He's got to get to the 49 for the first down.
It was 2nd and 15. Now it's 3rd and 2. He picks up 13 yards right off left tackle beside Zach Smith and Royce White there on the left side of that offensive line.
We might get one more play in as the clock ticks down to 8 seconds. Handoff into the line on the right side. Williams will pick up the he's going to be close.
That second effort, I believe the offensive line got behind him, Jack, and pushed him to the first down. The tip of the ball is on the 50-yard line.
All right, so that'll be the end of the first quarter play. Tigers leading 14-6 in favor. You're listening to Troup High School Tiger Football on Eagle Sports.
State Farm, Kathy here.
Hey, it's Mike. My team just pulled off the biggest upset ever.
Nice, Mike.
And some fans are getting crazy. They even flipped over a car.
Whoa.
Turns out it's my car, though.
Oh.
But I don't want to be upset right now. I want to know State Farm's going to take care of this, right?
We got you covered, Mike.
Yes! Woo!
Go with the one that's here to help life go right. State Farm.
Your State Farm agent is Matt Orr on the square in downtown LaGrange.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagle Sports Network.
Welcome back to the Troup High Tigers broadcast here, live from Eagle Sports. We're Connect Stadium here in Columbus, on the north side of Columbus. We'll go to the second quarter. Your score, Troup High Tigers 14, and the Columbus Blue Devils 6. Tell you what, kind of an exciting first 2 or 3 plays of the game as the Tigers, lose the toss, or actually Columbus wins the toss, defers to the second half. On the first play from scrimmage, Kobe Hudson throws a pick, and the first play from scrimmage from Columbus, they run it about 60 yards for their first score. Kind of shakes up the Tigers. Since then, the Tigers have kind of settled down. Hudson drops back. He airs it out to a wide open Mark Anthony Dixon, who takes it, picks the reception at about the 12-yard line, and trots into the corner. Touchdown, Tigers. That'll come with 11 minutes and 50 seconds left in the second quarter play. We mentioned on the first play of the game, he throws a pick. On the first play of the second quarter, he redeems himself and throws a touchdown pass to Dixon, who takes it in and that ball was on the 40-yard line. So that would go as a 40-yard touchdown pass. Tigers up 20-6 as Andrews comes in for the PAT. Schweitzer will do the holding. Place, kick up, and it is good. So, with 11:50 left in the second quarter, just underway, your Tigers 21, Columbus Blue Devils 6. We'll be back after this spot on Eagle Sports.
An injury can be a game changer. That's why Houston physicians are on the sidelines providing immediate care to athletes after an injury. Houston physicians have been on the sidelines of football games since Dr. Houston started the tradition 60 years ago with the Auburn Tigers. The Houston Sports Medicine team provides high school pre-participation physicals, sideline coverage, and Saturday morning injury clinics at the Jack Houston Memorial Hospital during football season. An injury can be a game changer, and immediate evaluation care can be a game changer too. Contact the LaGrange Houston Clinic at 706-884-3274.
Now back to the field for Troop Tigers football on the Eagles Sports Network.
Well, I step away to grab a Diet Coke, and doggone if the Tigers don't score with one play.
Hey, I just wanted to know that I got a raise as you were gone. Coleman owed me more money.
Here comes the kickoff. This kickoff is brought to you by our friends at Glenn Smith Chevrolet Buick GMC. And get ready to smile. Columbus will get the ball up to the 23, and he's pushed back across the 20, but they'll give him forward progress up to the 23.
Nice kick by Barton as he takes it down inside the 15 to about the 14. And good pursuit by the by the kickoff team by the Tigers as they kept Columbus only to about a 6-yard return. As Columbus will start, as you said, Jack, from their own 23-yard line.
Who scored the touchdown? Who caught it?
Mark Anthony Dixon on a reception. It's about a 40-yard reception.
Awesome. So Columbus is about to get the ball, but then looks like a timeout's called. The Tigers have gone over to the sideline. Columbus now starts to come back over here, so a timeout must have been called on the field. Let's take 60 seconds, 2 spots. Back to the station, listen to Troup High School Tiger football on Eagle Sports.
Don't you buy no ugly shirt now.
That's right. To get a good-looking shirt just got a lot easier at Mud Creek Graphics because the creek has risen to downtown LaGrange across from Ideal Cleaners. Mud Creek Graphics' new location is perfect for you to come in and pick out your good-looking shirt and have whatever you want printed on it. So go with the flow and come visit us at Mud Creek Graphics, 211 Greenville Street in LaGrange, right behind CVS. Don't forget to like us on Facebook at Mud Creek Graphics.
At Wellstar West Georgia Medical Center, we believe teamwork makes all the difference in your health. We believe that skilled people can achieve higher standards and exceptional results. We believe in a game plan that's focused on patient safety and quality care. At Wellstar West Georgia Medical Center in LaGrange, we believe in life well lived. To learn more about award-winning healthcare, visit wellstar.org/WGMC.
Now back to the field for Troop Tigers football on the Eagles Sports Network.
Welcome back as the key story for Columbus will run the ball. He'll get across the 25-yard line to the 26, so a gain of about 3, 2nd and 7.
Nice job by freshman A.J. Tucker again as he comes from the Troup side of the defense, pursues all the way across, makes the tackle after about a 2-yard gain.
Columbus keeps in number 16 as their quarterback Mansfield. Mansfield has a man in motion coming from the far side, takes it, tries to hand the ball off, and the ball is rocked out of his hands. Was that a fumble or are they going to call it incomplete pass?
Jabraylon Gooden all over that. Along with Devin Hill in the backfield.
That's a fumble. That's true ball.
Tigers are going to take over then on the 15-yard line. Devin Hill and Jabraylon Gooden bust through that offensive line, 7, 8 yards deep in the backfield, creates a fumble. Gooden recovers the fumble. They're going to, pardon me, I said 15, but that'll take over. Tigers take over on the 17-yard line. Gooden on that fumble recovery.
Bless the young man. Sorry, he takes the ball. He's the second-string quarterback already. Turns to hand off. The guy's already run by him. And he's like, oh, my gosh. Puts the ball up like, no. And pow.
Yeah, you could tell the timing. They're just out of sync with that new quarterback.
Thrown to the corner of the end zone. And did he keep it in bounds?
He did.
Touchdown, Tigers.
Zy Varner just on a little go route from the 18-yard line, from the 17-yard line. That'll go as a 17-yard pass reception from Kobe Hudson to Zy Varner along the right sidelines. And he just stepped behind the corner, and it looked like you were questioning, did he catch it? Did he catch it? Because the corner was all over him.
Yep.
And Zy just kind of snatched the ball out last second. Boom, touchdown Tigers. 10:50 to go in the second quarter of play. 1 minute ago we scored. 1 minute passes, we score again.
Snap, hold, kick is up. And the kick is wide left, so it is not good. 27-6 is your score in favor of the Troup High School Tigers. 30 seconds. Back to the station. Listen to Troup High School Tiger football on Eagle Sports.
Hi, friends. It's TOWD at Kia LaGrange. The 2020 Kia Sportage LX is here with all new updated interior and exterior style and comfort on the inside that rival vehicles twice the price. State-of-the-art technology, lots of power of the hood, and room in the back for luggage, coolers, and the dogs. All this for only $20,990. Come by today and take a look. Take a test drive. Take one home. Check us out online at KiaLaGrange.com. Help support your local economy. God bless America.
Son number 111569. See Kia LaGrange for complete details.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagles Sports Network.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. Kickoff coming up. Don't forget, all of our kickoffs are brought to you by our friends at Glenn Smith Chevrolet Buick GMC in Opelika. Get ready to smile. Tigers kicking off to Columbus, kicking left to right on your radio dial. Steps up and gets the kickoff. Taken all the way back at the 10-yard line, up to the 15-20. Still on his feet across the 25, 30. A little bit of excitement by the fans here from Columbus. And the 30 is about where they're going to, actually maybe 32 is where they're going to mark it.
All right, we have a helmet off by the Tigers, and I'm just wondering which kid jumped in there. It looks like I can't see the kid's number, Jack, but he just jumped right in the middle, lost his helmet, and he was excited to be in the play, and I just hope he didn't come out of the knothead. But the Tigers will take over. They're waving a flag off. I think the flag was just thrown really as a marker for the helmet. But I said the Tigers take over. The Blue Devils will take over this possession at their own 33-yard line. If you've just joined us, your Tigers 27, Columbus Blue Devils 6. We're just really a minute and a half into the second quarter play as there's 10 minutes and 40 seconds left in the second quarter play.
Mansfield's the quarterback. He's going to run to this near side, trying to throw the ball. Throws it out and throws it incomplete. Overthrows his intended receiver, number 5, Lakevion Story.
And he did that. He overthrew him because the biggest guy on the field, and Andy Boykin, had him by the jersey as he was throwing the football. And that was almost another sack. So he had to chase him from the ball's resting on the 33-yard line. He probably let it go at about the 22-yard line and threw it over his intended receiver. But, again, Boykin was all over and just burst right through that offensive line.
I think he said, please, God, let me get away from this man. Trips to the right side for Columbus. Mansfield, the quarterback, stands in there in the pistol set, takes it quickly, tries to hand it off. He's going to call his own number, runs up the field. Brave young man is hit hard and pancaked down by Jabraylon Gooden.
Jabraylon Gooden just outran into the corner. The quarterback was able to pick up a couple of yards by sprinting to the outside, but Gooden said, you're not going to get away from me. And the Tigers have been just really daring them to run right now. The corners are playing really, really tight on the wideouts, and they're back to, look here, free safety. Nobody really is deep because he's not shown any opportunity to throw deep. And as much pressure as we're putting on him, just there's almost no fear of him throwing deep.
They're jamming the receivers as well, not really giving them a chance to get off the ball.
So now that's a motion by the Devils. That'll back them up.
Insert insult to injury for the Blue Devils. We continue to bring you this ball game from Connect Stadium. 9:54 left to go here in the first half of play. And a timeout call on the field. 60 seconds back to the station. 27-6 in favor of the Troup High School Tigers right here on Eagle Sports.
Precision Auto Body started after Eddie Bartlett painted his first bike when he was a kid. And after a lot of schooling and training, now Precision Auto Body is one of the premier body shops in Georgia and Alabama.
Hey, I'm Eddie Bartlett. Come see us today down at Precision Auto Body right here in LaGrange, Georgia.
So if you need your car or truck brought back to original specs, bring your pride and joy to the staff of Precision Auto Body, and they'll take care of the rest. Precision Auto Body, 101 Service Park Lane in LaGrange.
Life costs money. Sometimes lots. First Franklin Financial has loans for living. Our Hogansville and LaGrange branches offer personal loans from $300 to $15,000 with payment plans to fit any budget. Stop by and meet the friendly Franklin folk at the location near you. Visit onefc.com to learn more. All loan terms and applicable APRs depend on meeting our underwriting and income criteria for the loan size requested and may require collateral. Georgia Residential Mortgage Licensee number 5656.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagles Sports Network.
Well, we just said that he was not going to air out the ball, and Columbus backs up and throws it way down the field, trying to air it out, and it falls incomplete.
And we talk about Andy Boykin, and he's sitting on the field now at the 21-yard line, stretching his calves and hamstrings out. So, and I know he's been an integral part of this defensive unit tonight, as he's been pretty much in on most every play. So it could be just this heat. Maybe he got a little cramp.
Well, they're going to check on him. So let's go ahead and take 30 seconds more. Back to the station. 27-6 is your score right here on Eagle Sports.
A Southern tradition since 1945, that's Rogers Barbecue and Catfish House. You can find them at 117 New Franklin Road in LaGrange. So when you're ready for lunch, Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m., come to Rogers Barbecue and Catfish House for meat, 2 vegetables, and a bread, dessert, and drink for only $7.29. That's a big lunch for a small price. So when you're ready for a delicious barbecue and only U.S. farm-raised catfish, make your way to 117 New Franklin Road in LaGrange for Rogers Barbecue and Catfish House for a great meal.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagles Sports Network.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. 27-6 in favor of the Troup High School Tigers. They'll take Andy off the field. He's doing okay. Walked off on his own.
Well, I don't think they have a stretcher big enough if they were to need one for him. He's a big dude.
Would you say about 300, 400 folks across the way?
Oh, easy. Yeah, the stands are really, I look up now, they're almost half full. So it's either that or some of the Columbus fans have gone across.
Columbus will have to kick the ball.
That was a joke. Oh!
Rolls down, goes out of bounds at the 17. We've been close several times, and finally we get that one.
That block. Nick Schweitzer came in and just simply, Mandarius Dix, excuse me. I
was going to be amazed.
Let me correct myself. Jalen Sin, number 16.
Nothing, he couldn't have done it.
Yeah, no doubt about it. But he jumps in. They've been all over the punter all night long, guys. We were called by roughing the kicker a couple punts ago, but every time. So this time they finally got it, and the Tigers will take over on the about 17-yard line.
So here come the Tigers. Kobe backs the pass, looking, throws across the middle, caught down to the 5, fighting his way down the 4-yard line.
Luke Purnell grabbed that pass, and all he could see right now was total end zone. I want to say Nick Schweitzer is in the game at the wide out to the left side.
Who was wide open in the end zone.
Wide open as well, and actually he was drifting behind Luke in the end zone, and I thought he was going to throw. I actually think Luke reached up and grabbed it out of the air. At any rate, inside the 5-yard line.
Heads off the great Trey, spins around, still on his feet. Actually, he will lose about a yard. So good job by Columbus there. Goal line defensive stand. 27-6 to score. 9:02 left in the first half.
Trey Williams takes a handoff, Jack, and he tries to go right up behind Tyler Kitchens and Zach Smith, and he tries to plant. Well, he actually foot slipped, and by doing so, he lost a yard. He'll move it back to the 6-yard line.
Snap is to the quarterback, Hudson. He throws it out to the far side, and that will fall incomplete.
It was really I don't say it was a stab pass, as you had the wide out, Mark Anthony Dixon. It was kind of slanting hard toward the sidelines, but that corner really came up and bit on Mark Anthony, and it just wouldn't let him go, and Hudson tried to just drill it in there. Don't know that Hudson could have just taken it on his own, but 27-6 right now, up basically 3 touchdowns, and the idea is that hopefully we'll score this time.
Hudson rolls to his left, and did it go in?
No, it was right out of the reach. Hudson rose to his...
It looks like it was just out of his reach.
Rose to his left, and it was intended for, I want to say, Zy Varner is coming across the back of the through the end zone, and Hudson rolling to his left toward the Troup sideline. He's twisted his body, and he flips it just out of the running reach of Varner. So it'll bring up 4th down, and Tigers have no intention of going for the attempted field goal as they.
It's a chip shot, really.
4th and goal.
Kobe rolls to his left. Good rush by Columbus. Kobe throws it across the body. Throws it out of bounds. So Columbus bows up and stops the Tigers at the 7. Should be at the. What are they going to mark it there?
They're going to leave him out of about
the 6
or 7-yard line. You just sense that whole series, those 4 plays there, Jack. It started out with really the first play that made any sense, and it resulted in the first down was Luke Purnell taking it inside the 5. But then it was Trey Williams that slipped down, didn't really do anything. Then we forced a little pass and then we threw one across in front of Zy Varner, and then we just chunked it out of bounds. It just looked like our heart wasn't in it trying to score that time.
So Columbus with trips to the right side, waits for the shotgun snap. Quarterback takes a long time back there, checks off at the line, changes his play, tries to get the Tigers to jump. Turns it, hands off, and the Tigers are in the backfield. He'll get actually thrown up to about the 7-yard line.
Really, about the time he handed the ball off, he was met from Jeremiah Holston, Andy Boykin, Xavier Clark, and a couple of others. And when they grabbed him, instead of just pushing him straight down, they actually pulled him forward. He'll pick up a yard, so it'll be 2nd and 9.
8:04 left to go in the first half. 27-6 is your score. Columbus has scored. Mansfield stands in there waiting. Takes the snap back to pass. Airs it out. And it's almost caught. Good coverage. But the young man, number 15, Thaddeus Askew Jr. goes up high, and it falls incomplete.
You know, it was a jump ball, but sophomore Cullum Irvin was right there with him, Jack, and Cullum jumped up and with his right hand tipped the ball. He did tip it backwards, and the Columbus wideout was falling backwards, and luckily the ball hit the ground before he was able to make a miraculous catch. 3rd down and 9 for the Blue Devils.
3rd down, Mansfield, the quarterback, sits in the pistol set, puts a man in motion, back this near side, and the Tigers are going to just about take the handoff as they tackle him in the backfield at the 5.
In the backfield, you've got for the Tigers Dietrich Hurd, a senior. He was there almost. He could have almost snatched it out of the way. Xavier Clark, along with number 24, Jordan Adams. I still got to get used to Jordan wearing 24 this year because, King Makuta had been wearing 24 for so many years. And,
All right, look here. We got our punter standing basically on the back line.
And we put pressure on him.
We put pressure on him every time.
This has got all the makings for a high snap and, a safety-type situation. But let's see what the Tigers can do.
There's the snap. It was a little bit high. He gets the kick off. And it's going to be taken at the 40. Up the field to the left side, 20. 10, 5, into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
Mark Anthony Dixon, it looks like. It's either him or Trey Williams. Let me get the number. It is, actually, it could be Zy Varner on that one. It is Zy Varner. We'll take and you're talking about a wall last week. He picks the ball up. He probably receives it on about the 37, 38-yard line and just eases down to his right. Really untouched. The Tigers had a good wall. He just slips right into the front corner of the end zone, making it 33-6 at 6:52 left in the second quarter of play. With that first play of the game, when the Tigers threw an interception, first play of the game from Columbus when they scored the touchdown, it's been all Tigers since.
Yeah, it's been a whole different ball game.
I think that was their wake-up call.
Snap, hold, kick is up. And this time it goes through. It is good. 34-6 is your score. With 6:52 left to go in the first half of play. 60 seconds back to the station. Listen to Troup High School Tiger football on Eagle Sports.
My whole business just went up in flames, but my agent was there before the fire was out. We started a plan. I've got 25 employees who could be out of a job if we didn't get this place running again. My independent agent and auto owners insurance, they made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll. That's incredible.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there.
Isn't life crazy? One day your fender gets dented by a runaway shopping cart. The next day, your kid's college entrance exam is a runaway success.
Yes, I got accepted.
But that's life. Some days you're the bug, some days you're the windshield. No worries, your State Farm agent is here in all of life's moments, the good and the not so good, to help life go right. So good day, bad day, any day, let's talk.
State Farm agent Matt Orr on the square in downtown LaGrange.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagles Sports Network.
Welcome back as our kickoff is brought to you by Glenn Smith Chevrolet Buick GMC in Opelika. Get ready to smile. Columbus will bring the ball up across the 30 to about the 33-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and 10 as they trail the Tigers 34-6 with 6:46 left to go in the first half.
Jack, every time you say that Glenn Smith commercial, you say, get ready to smile. I want to say, get ready to rumble.
Maybe that's the way I'll read it next time.
No.
Let's get ready to smile.
There you go. I like that little additive to it.
Michael Buffer. Here comes Columbus. Bunch set, a wishbone almost in the backfield. Handoff into the line by Columbus. Going to bring him down at the 36. And that'll be 2nd down and about, we'll call it a long 3, short 4.
From his linebacker position, actually wheel linebacker position, the weak side, Jabraylon Gooden makes that tackle. As you said, maybe a long 3, 1, 2, 3, just a little over 3 yards. And, they actually, when you said that bunch wishbone, if you will, that the right halfback, the left halfback took off in motion, kind of trying to make the Tigers think they're going to be a little swing pass, but yet they set up the run right up the middle and it didn't work, and the Tigers, A.J. Tucker.
Oh, my gosh. He flies in from his linebacker position, makes the tackle in the backfield back to the original line of scrimmage as the quarterback was trying to run an option back to the far side.
You're right. He had good motion, But then when he ran that option, there was no fooling Tucker. And again, at a freshman, you wonder if it was a call stunt or if he just took it upon himself to do that.
Well, he has motion, but not speed. The motion looked good, but
I see what you're talking about.
He took about 2 steps, and AJ was on his back. Trips to this near side for Columbus. The quarterback, Mansfield, stands in a pistol set now. He'll call for it. Throws across the middle, incomplete. A big part of that, Greg, is how slow that snap is getting back to him. I mean, there's almost a second and a half between the center snapping it and getting back to his hand, and that's about as fast as our guys are to the backfield.
Well, you're right. And one of the few times they've attempted the pass play, he actually could have threaded the needle on the tight end had gone out about 8 yards and done a hook. Tucker was there along with Jabraylon Gooden. And again, that was one of those, it could have happened. It just didn't.
Yep.
It'll be 4th and 10 for the Blue Devils.
They'll set up to punt the ball once more.
Looking at the Blue Devils' amount of players, it looks like they may have 40, and I'm probably pushing it. Oh, partially blocked.
Tigers all over it. Get a finger on it. It's going to fall down across the 40 to the 42. Doesn't even get to the end of the first down marker. And that's where the Tigers will have it 1st and 10 with 5:13 left to go. Let's see this offense get going a little bit again. Did not like the fact that we're in the red zone and came away with no points a minute ago.
Yeah, I'm just kind of doing a statistic, just kind of a little grouping. And it looks like there might be 30, 35 players, no more than 40 on the Columbus Blue Devils. When they were opening up the pregame warm-ups, I thought they looked kind of thin on their lines, on their spacing. But
timeout's called.
I was going to say, we heard whistle blowing.
Yep, timeout's called. 5:13 left to go in the first half. 34-6 in favor of the Troup High School Tigers. Let's take 60 seconds back to the station. Listen to Troup High School Tiger football on Eagle Sports.
If you need medical treatment at the highest level and want care that's personal, turn to WellStar. We offer the latest procedures at Georgia's first certified comprehensive cardiac center, along with an innovative approach to fighting cancer, where specialists collaborate to accelerate diagnosis and treatment. We're also home to a top-level stroke program that performs life-saving operations every day. At WellStar, we care for the whole you. Learn more at wellstar.org.
Calling all area coaches, high school coaches, travel ball coaches, and more. Mud Creek Team Sales is now selling sporting goods like Wilson, DeMarini, Louisville Slugger, Rawlings, and Russell for travel teams, football, baseball, basketball, soccer, and more. For more information, call Mud Creek Team Sales at 706-884-5592. Mud Creek Team Sales for all your sporting good needs.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagles Sports Network.
Welcome back as the Tigers are taking on the Columbus Blue Devils. A pass down the left side. Incomplete pass to start off at first down.
It looks like Zy Varner on a go route. Zy's going to be pretty tired playing both ways, and he's been running up down the field on the offensive line as well. But they thought, well, we'll just take a quick stab at it and see what happens. And he was running a real tight sideline route.
Back shoulder throw trying to get to him. Kobe calls for it, turns, going to hand the ball off to Trey on a little bit of a delay play. Fights his way up near the 45-yard line. He's got to get near the 30 for a first down.
He'll pick up 5. You're right. He kind of took a little while to develop, but he stepped left, he stepped right, stepped left, and then all of a sudden, boom, he was up the middle. But it's not like he was looking for a hole that didn't quite get there fast enough, and finally he just made him one.
Trips come to this near side. Purnell in the slot. Kobe has a guy right behind him. He loses the ball and gets down on it very smartly back at the 44-yard line?
It just slips out of his hands, actually. He does get his jersey is pulled, but that's when he's actually scrambling toward the Columbus sideline. He then turns a 360, runs back there. It just kind of fell out of his left hand.
He's got a spider sense like nobody's business because there's a kid bearing down on him that I thought was fixing to just rock his world, and he just kind of ducked out from under him.
And, you're right. It's a sense that would have been the first time this year in a long time that we would have known that Kobe would have taken a hard hit from the backside. But he was able to, like you said, duck. We wound up losing yardage. But, you said smart play by Kobe Hudson. There's a time when he would try to pick that up and do something with it.
Well, he thought about it, and he reached down and said, no, I'm going to get down on this thing. Timeout called. Let's keep it here, just because we want to. 3:46 left to go again in the first half. 34-6 is your score in favor of the Troup High School Tigers. Coming up at halftime, we'll let you hear from some of our fine sponsors, as well as let you hear from the band who's warming up in the inn. Logan Herta is the new band director for the Troup High School Tigers. We might try to catch him if he happens to come up here. I keep wanting to use like a Hispanic pronunciation, like Herta. Delay a game, I think, was the call a moment ago, Greg.
Okay.
The Tigers will punt the ball now. There's the snap. Tigers step up, get the ball off. It'll bounce down and go out of bounds at about the 9 yards. Actually, caught at the 7-yard line. Actually, not a bad punt.
Actually, it's pretty good. I was trying to. These Adidas jerseys with that white and gold numbers are just so difficult to read. But then again, it may be time for them to get new jerseys next year. But hopefully they go with a darker number next year on the white uniform.
I think you and I both read that one of the things that the state is looking at from the Georgia High School standpoint is getting more contrast on the numbers.
Well, that's not a bad idea.
I like it.
3:37 remaining until halftime. Troup High Tigers 34. Columbus Blue Devils 6.
Nice to see a big defensive stance, maybe blow somebody up in the backfield. Scoop and score would look nice here. Tigers showing blitz as the running back bounces outside, and it's going to be brought down. There's the suplex move. They're going to call a penalty there because he did it after the whistle.
Well, you kind of knew that was going to happen, and that would be Andy Boykin. And it's one of those things the coaches are pulling him out of the game because I'm sure he's going to get an earful because it's just one of those things that you probably shouldn't have done. I mean, you already had the player that's at the edge of blowing the whistle, but for sure he does a what I call a Scott Hicks lateral, and he just picks him up and slams him down.
I'm a WWE guy, so belly to back suplex.
I got you.
We just don't want a crimson mask on the field. Twins to this near side, man, actually twins to both sides as the quarterback Mansfield stands back in there. Calls for it. Hands the ball off.
Boom.
And big hit. Stop by the whistle. And it's kind of funny. 26, A.J. Tucker lifts his hands up and says, no, I'm done.
Well, good thing is he heard the whistle blowing, and so did the other 4 Tigers in on the tackle, and they didn't want to get a penalty, so they backed up. You know, we've got people listening all over. My wife is headed down toward Thomasville along with our daughter Victoria, and she's doing a chalk art festival in Thomasville tomorrow and Saturday, and she said, we're a little out of range, and so I want to encourage her to jump on the internet.
Pass down the field to Columbus, caught and lost at about the 45-yard line.
He was well guarded from the Tigers.
A good pass
by Jace Godwin, all with him. And just last second, you thought he had it. You could hear the Columbus fans, and Godwin reaches up and just kind of taps it out of his hands. And then all of a sudden you hear it, oh!
And he was upset, too, down the field.
Sure he was, and he should have been. But, you know, again, give Godwin credit for being right there, a junior corner, and Godwin has been there since the 9th grade. So, again, not too many people you see at the high school start all 4 years.
Mansfield checks his line, makes some changes, backs the pass, a lot of pressure. Tries to swing it out, almost intercepted, but good yardage up the field as he's going to go down to about the 35-yard line. First down for the Blue Devils.
Hey, give him credit. Hey, the quarterback, left-handed quarterback, is not much bigger than Nick Schweitzer, and I don't know that when I say not much bigger, I'm talking like 5 pounds heavier, maybe. Well, he waits and waits till about 8 Tigers plummet him, and he lets the ball go to the little halfback swing pass. And we had one of our corners bearing down on him and really just over-pursued, as we talked about earlier, and he's able to pick up one of the rare first downs for Columbus Blue Devils tonight.
That didn't happen on a penalty. Option for the Blue Devils as the quarterback hands it off. We got to quit arm tackling as he's going to get across the 40, 42. Columbus getting a little bit of life here late in the first half with a minute 46 left to go.
going to put my eyes on the field and see just who we have down there. When I see Xavier Clark, I see Holston. So you got all your starters in. So you're right. They're beginning to get a little life. And one of the things that you don't want to do, Tigers defense have been pursuing like crazy. So if you look, the Columbus is coming out, and they've totally opened everything up, trying to get that pursuit off of them, Jack.
And that also leaves very few guys at the line. Mansfield, he throws the ball complete, and his world is rocked as soon as he catches it.
That'll be a first down. Again, that's the second time that he's bending over like, oh, that hurt. But give the kid credit for staying in there.
Jay Scott makes the tackle, but again, as soon as he caught the ball from the center, he starts to throw it. He is hit as he throws the ball.
He sure is. You had a blitz coming off the backside there, and you just knew what was going to happen because I'm trying to think. I don't know if it was Tucker came in totally untouched, but at any rate, Blue Devils another first down on this drive.
Waiting on the snap. Taken, quarterback. Back to pass, steps up. He's going to run the ball. He gets to the 50, still on his feet. That's a tough kid.
Congratulations to him. He sees an opportunity, and at all his 152-foot, 5'10" self, he decides to 152-pound, decides to run it up the middle. He'll pick up 6 good yards as the clock is stopped with 31 minutes and 50 seconds as Columbus calls a timeout. 34-6, your Tigers on top.
Because we've got so many great sponsors, we're going to take 30 seconds back to the station right here on Eagle Sports.
There's a secret to beating injuries or ailments. Get the right team. Emory Southern Orthopedics, well-trained, experienced doctors, nurses, and staff are that team. These teammates listen and understand your specific condition and provide high-quality hometown care that will get you back into your game. For more information about Emory Southern Orthopedics team, visit www.southernorthopedics.com.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagles Sports Network.
I'll do it. I'll text you.
Welcome back to the Troup High School Tiger football. I tell you what, Greg is just so busy a man, so busy a salesman. The customers just won't leave him alone. They're always looking to find a way to buy a shirt that's not ugly.
That's not ugly.
You can't buy an ugly shirt from Mud Creek Graphics.
Lord, I hope not.
Greg had nothing to do with design if you did.
I plead the fifth. I know nothing.
31 seconds left to go as the poor quarterback from Columbus, he's a tough kid. He stands in there, but he's going to get rocked all the way back to the 40-yard line. Coming out of a timeout, that's a shame.
Andy Boykin back in the ball game just crushes the line.
His legs are fine.
He is now, and he loses 10, maybe 11 yards. It'll be third down and call it 15.
I don't know they're going to get a playoff. 9 seconds left to go. They got to hurry. Third down. He's back to pass again. Throws a little screen in the middle. Popped up, almost picked off by the Tigers.
Total under pursuit by Andy Boykin. He tries to shove it in a screen pass that was totally not there as the 3 Tigers standing there ready to intercept that little screen pass.
Well, that'll be the end of the first half of play. 34-6 in favor of your Troup High School Tigers. We'll tell you about how we got here and let you listen to the band and just have a little fun as we come into halftime. Listen to Troup High School Tiger football on Eagle Sports.
In 1916, Auto Owners Insurance teamed up with local independent agents so customers could get fast, friendly, local service. Bravo! It worked so well, we decided to keep it that way. And 100 years later, we still do things the same way by teaming up with local independent agents who deliver quality, personal service.
At MalloryAgency.com for all your insurance needs. It's the Mallory Agency.
The month of September has arrived and our great deals at Nissan of LaGrange continue. Katie Cates here and we are doing something special this month. The month of September is Childhood Cancer Awareness Month and we are going gold all month long. During September, Nissan of LaGrange will donate $50 for every car sold to the Rally Foundation. With cancer being the #1 disease killer of kids in America, we must do all we can. I encourage everyone to go gold this month and visit Nissan of LaGrange for a great deal and a great cause. Nissan of LaGrange, your friendliest hometown dealer.
Life costs money, sometimes lots. First Franklin Financial has loans for living. Our Hogansville and LaGrange branches offer personal loans from $300 to $15,000 with payment plans to fit any budget. Stop by and meet the friendly Franklin folk at the location near you. Visit oneffc.com to learn more. All loan terms and applicable APRs depend on meeting our underwriting and income criteria for the loan size requested and may require collateral. Georgia Residential Mortgage Licensee number 5656.
Now back to the field for Troop Tigers football on the Eagles Sports Network.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. We're at halftime. 34-6 is your score as the Troup High band has made their way onto the field. And we're going to cut the mic up and let you listen to them as they are ready to take the field. We'll be listening for stadium announcers to welcome the band to the field. Good group of kids out there. As new band director Logan Huerta is ready to lead them into the next decade. Wow, we're going to be hitting 2020 when we come around to January, Greg.
That's right. 20, it's hard to believe. 2020.
Well, I was just thinking about
Seems like every day we're getting older.
I was thinking about Y2K. Just we were all worried about that.
That's right.
Flipping the nines. All right, the drum major on the field is getting them started. And here is the pride of Troup County, the Troup High School Tiger Marching Band. Little warm up there as they get ready to go. I wish you could see the great group of majorettes.
I love the flag colors this year, Jack.
That deep gold. Don't Stop Me Now is the song here. They're having a good time, and here's the band. Down to Queen, We Will Rock You, I think. Johnny added when he was the band director was a rock band. 2 guitarists, a bass player, keyboards, along with the xylophones and things that you're normally hearing, and they're all integrated well on the field. Let's step away for one of our breaks. When we come back, lots more here at halftime as the Tigers are leading 34-6 here on Eagle Sports.
On the inside that rivals vehicles twice the price. State-of-the-art technology, lots of power under the hood, and room in the back for luggage, coolers, and the dogs. All this for only $20,990. Come by today and take a look. Take a test drive. Take one home. Check us out online at KiaLaGrange.com. Help support your local economy. God bless America.
Sign number 111569. See Kia LaGrange for complete details.
State Farm, Kathy here.
Hey, it's Mike. My team just pulled off the biggest upset ever.
Nice, Mike.
And some fans are getting crazy. They even flipped over a car.
Whoa.
Turns out it's my car, though.
Oh.
But I don't want to be upset right now. I want to know State Farm's going to take care of this, right?
We got you covered, Mike.
Yes! Woo!
Go with the one that's here to help life go right. State Farm.
Your State Farm agent is Matt Orr on the square in downtown LaGrange. Getting you back into the game is Emory Southern Orthopedics' goal. The full-service orthopedic medical practice features board-certified surgeons, a prompt care center, surgical facility, and physical therapy services. The collaborative medical team at Emory Southern Orthopedics combines with leading-edge orthopedic treatment with proven traditional methods to aid you in achieving an active, pain-free lifestyle. Emory Southern Orthopedics, getting you back into your game. Precision Auto Body started after Eddie Bartlett painted his first bike when he was a kid. And after a lot of schooling and training, now Precision Auto Body is one of the premier body shops in Georgia and Alabama.
Hey, I'm Eddie Bartlett. Come see us today down at Precision Auto Body right here in LaGrange, Georgia.
So if you need your car or truck brought back to original specs, bring your pride and joy to the staff of Precision Auto Body, and they'll take care of the rest. Precision Auto Body, 101 Service Park Lane in LaGrange. Rogers Barbecue in LaGrange has been locally owned since 1945, and they have daily lunch specials for only $7.29, and that includes your drink and dessert. Tuesday night from 5 to close is all-you-can-eat ribs, and Thursday's all-you-can-eat catfish, and with their Brundrick stew, is famous throughout the region. They proudly serve only U.S. farm-raised catfish, so dine in or use a convenient drive-through Monday through Saturday, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. at 117 New Franklin Road in LaGrange. So come join the crowd at Rogers Barbecue.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagles Sports Network.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. Jack Rowe and Greg Hicks live here from Cadet Stadium as the Troup High School Tigers are leading at halftime 34-6 over the Columbus Blue Devils. And we're going to check some equipment now. Greg, can you hear me?
I can hear you, but can you hear me?
No, I can't.
You can't hear me?
Nope, you're not coming through at all. Let's make sure that the equipment is cut on. All right, so the mic is up.
Yep, here we go.
There you are.
Hey, I can hear.
There you are.
I can hear. Yes, I can hear.
Oh, good job, Horton. Horton can hear. That's good. Well, if you want to kind of walk around and see how that's working and see what
Well, I am walking around, but I'm going to walk around, see if I can take the well, you can forget me taking the elevator because we know that's not going to work.
No. Well, one thing I want to mention as Greg is getting ready to make it down the field, of course, we're in prayer for our friends that are down along the coast as the hurricane looks like it's going to miss a lot of the United States. Of course, storm swells and a lot of flooding still coming in. The Bahamas hit, of course, very hard. But there's been some cancellations of some ball games as well as Columbia at Rockledge, Florida was canceled. Bradville Institute at Valdosta was canceled. Valdosta and Columbia have agreed to play on Friday at 8 p.m. instead of earlier this week. So there's several things that were postponed, some changes that took place in high school football because of the mess there. And now the Columbus band is on the field. A moment ago, we had the band for the Troup High School Tigers doing a tremendous job as they have a little medley of Queen songs and then a little bit of music from the Beatles as well. So been looking forward to hearing that all season long. Whew. Greg, you got me?
I do. Can you hear me? I'm downstairs. I'm not made it across the field yet because, all the gates are locked, but I'm going to kind of meander down toward the south end zone. What a beautiful sky out here tonight.
It's a great kind of sunset over there. Little peach leading into some nice hues of violet. The Blue Devil marching band getting ready to come onto the field. Of course, the Tigers tonight are leading 34-6, Greg, and some big ball games coming up this weekend. Of course, nearby us, the big ball game tomorrow night is the LaGrange High School Grangers look to take on the Callaway Cavaliers live at Callaway Stadium. You can hear that on our networks as we'll be carrying that from both points of view. Andrew and his partner will be doing the ball game they'll be doing the ball game on the. They'll be the home team, I think. Yep, I think that they're the home team. And then LaGrange will be led by Michael and his partner Tommy. So it'll be a lot of fun to be able to hear that. LaGrange is home. I've been corrected. So LaGrange is home. Callaway is the away team. But you'll be able to hear that both sides. Plan on being there. I think Greg and I are going to both be at that ball game tomorrow night.
Yeah, we got to do a little scouting, Jack.
Yeah, well, plus we do our radio shows on Monday night there at Your Pie, sponsored by our friends at Kia. And I do the LaGrange show, and it's always good to be able to see the LaGrange game before I talk to Coach Gibbs later in the week.
What, you don't trust him to give you the information?
Oh, no, he's going to give you the information, and so will Kevin Eckelberry, too. So.
Well, I'm down here on the Columbus side of the field, and I know some of you folks last year, as well as we were at the station, a little concerned about the sideline equipment, and I would tend to go in and out based on the reception and the airways and what have you. But so far, it seems like it's clearing up the further I get away from you guys.
Well, actually, and we always appreciate it the farther you get away from us. Andrew Caraway is here on the far side as well, so if you happen to see him, say hey to him. He's just sending me a picture saying he's spying on us from the far side over there. So we'll also he has a great podcast. If you hadn't had a chance to listen to that, make sure to listen to that. Let's go and take another break. We come back, we'll talk with Greg about what's going on in this contest. Again, both the ball games coming up this weekend. But right now you're listening to Troup High School Tiger Football on Eagle Sports.
An injury can be a game changer. That's why Houston physicians are on the sidelines providing immediate care to athletes after an injury. Houston physicians have been on the sidelines of football games since Dr. Houston started the tradition 60 years ago with the Auburn Tigers. The Houston Sports Medicine team provides high school pre-participation physicals, sideline coverage, and Saturday morning injury clinics at the Jack Houston Memorial Hospital during football season. An injury can be a game changer, and immediate evaluation care can be a game changer too. Contact the LaGrange Houston Clinic at 706-884-3274.
2020 Kia Sportage LX is here with all new updated interior and exterior style and comfort on the inside that rivals vehicles twice the price. State-of-the-art technology, lots of power of the hood, and room in the back for luggage, coolers, and the dogs. All this for only $20,990. Come by today and take a look. Take a test drive. Take one home. Check us out online at KiaLaGrange.com. Help support your local economy. God bless America.
Stop number 111569. See Kia LaGrange for complete details.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagles Sports Network.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. We're at halftime. 34-6 is your score. Greg, how are you sounding over on the far side?
Jack, I'm just joking. How do I sound to you?
I can hear you. That's all I want.
That's all that matters, right? Good. Well, this is the first time, so kudos to Ronnie K, baby. He's got us working out good. You said it worked last week when you guys were up in Franklin, Heard County for the Heard County LaGrange game. You got it fixed, Ronnie, where you can go across the stands and other sidelines, and that's good because we couldn't do this last year, guys.
Yeah, it was a bit of a struggle, so it's good to have that working as Greg adds another real dimension to what we do being on the sideline over there. Again, nice, great crowd that's traveled with us here. A lot of folks with their headphones on listen to us you can listen to us, of course, back home at 96.9 and 1240 WLAG. On the World Wide Web at eagle1023.com. Just go there, click on the Troup button, and you can listen to us streaming live right there. Well, Greg, as we got here tonight, the Tigers did not come out well. Through an interception pretty much on the first play from scrimmage. The Columbus scored on their first play. A lot of over pursuit by the Tigers. A little lethargic as we came out, maybe not taking this Columbus Blue Devil team quite as seriously as we needed to. But, boy, we changed our tune as we got into the second quarter.
Well, it sometimes, and we talked about this, more often than not, you see this on a Thursday night game. And to add really a little bit of extra oomph to this week is that we had Labor Day on Monday. So not only did we not have school, we were on a short week. They practiced early Monday morning and just kind of threw everything out of sync. And then, you're asking the players to get pumped up for a Thursday night contest, non-region, that you got to travel down to Columbus. It just had all the makings of a wake-up call. And sure enough, first play from scrimmage, Hudson throws an interception, and it's like, what? What happened here? He just wasn't focused. And the first play from scrimmage, from about there on, 40, 45-yard line,
yep.
The Columbus Blue Devils,
30.
From the 30-yard line, Columbus Blue Devils run off, tackle to the left side, which you and I could have scored. A huge gaping hole.
They would have caught us from behind.
Well, hopefully we would have had some blocking. Yeah, but they would have caught me for sure. But anyway, 70 yards later, touchdown. All of a sudden, we're less than a half a minute into the game. Columbus Blue Devils are up 6-0. Missed the PAT, and I think that was kind of a wake-up call for the Tigers, in that from there on they reeled off 34 points unanswered. Missed one of the PATs, so 5 touchdowns we've scored, and really had an opportunity to score 6, if you recall.
We're inside the red zone and it came away 4 and out there. Yep.
Yeah, and I made a comment that they just looked like they had just kind of gone lethargic and just didn't really put a lot of emphasis on those 4 plays. But other than Luke Purnell really wanting to get in the end zone and just tried to run over that linebacker, so good job for Purnell doing that. And it got him inside the 5 to the 4, but from there on out, next 4 plays, it just didn't seem to have any heart into it. But, hey, who can argue with a 4 touchdown lead? Your Tigers 34, Columbus Blue Devils 6 at halftime.
I'll tell you who can is Tanner Glisson. I'm sure that he's giving them an earful right now at halftime because he wants mistake-free football, Greg. We've had, again, you don't want to miss those opportunities.
No, you're right about that. And I'm sure he's having it out. Some people say, well, you're winning. You're just not satisfied.
No.
You learn good lessons when you lose, but you also learn good lessons when you're winning. And, things that we just pointed out. Are you giving it everything you've got on every play? And
are you keeping your head up too? Because sometimes you give all you got and not play with the same intelligence and over pursue and get in the wrong places.
Well, you take. Speaking of that, here late in the second quarter, Andy Boykin, senior defensive leader, really the same team leader, senior team leader, and he right adjacent to the whistle, and he picks a guy up and slams him into the turf. What if the guy had gotten injured or something? You're it's kind of like Kobe. He in turn makes a smart play where he actually falls on his fumble. And you start seeing little things like that because the old Kobe, and I'm not saying he's not going to do it again, but when you're a playmaker, you so want to pick that ball that's scrambling around on the turf. You want to pick it up and do something with it. But he did fall on it, which is good. He took the fourth down and we punted it away. So you've got seniors out here that sometimes in a situation like this, they don't make the best decision, and then sometimes they make a better decision.
Well, we forget, too, these are 15, 16, 17-year-old young men, so they're not always going to make the exact right decision. Real quick, let's go over the scoring for you. We mentioned that Columbus scored first. Trey set up this next touchdown as Kobe went in from 10 yards to make it 7-6 after the PAT was good. Columbus got the ball. They punted the ball away. Tigers got the ball, and Zy Varner caught a touchdown pass from Kobe Hudson, about a 56-yard touchdown pass, made it 14-6 after the PAT. The original quarterback was hurt on the next series of downs for Columbus. They ended up punting to the Tigers. Tigers got the ball late in the first quarter, and as we got into the second quarter, one play, and Mark Anthony Dixon was able to put it in the end zone, made it 21-6 after the PAT. Columbus got the ball, and right after that, they fumbled, turned the ball over, and then one play drive. It was Kobe to Zy Varner in the corner of the end zone to make it 27-6 with 10:50 left to go in the first half of play, second quarter. Columbus got the ball, and they punted it, but it was blocked at 9:38. The Tigers got it, and that was what we mentioned, the 4-and-out that the Tigers weren't able to score. Then Columbus got the ball again. They punted the ball to Zy Varner, and he took it all the way to the end zone for a touchdown. So that made it 34-6 after the PAT. Back and forth with a few punts and just kind of taking the air out of the rest of the quarter, the first half, and that's where we are, 34-6 here in the first half. Let's take another break. When we come back, we'll tell you about what's going to happen in the second half of play. You're listening to Troup High School Tiger Football on Eagle Sports.
Precision Auto Body started after Eddie Bartlett painted his first bike when he was a kid. And after a lot of schooling and training, now Precision Auto Body is one of the premier body shops in Georgia and Alabama.
Hey, I'm Eddie Bartlett. Come see us today down at Precision Auto Body right here in LaGrange, Georgia.
So if you need your car or truck brought back to original specs, bring your pride and joy to the staff of Precision Auto Body, and they'll take care of the rest. Precision Auto Body, 101 Service Park Lane in LaGrange.
The month of September has arrived and our great deals at Nissan of LaGrange continue. Katie Cates here, and we are doing something special this month. The month of September is Childhood Cancer Awareness Month, and we are going gold all month long. During September, Nissan of LaGrange will donate $50 for every car sold to the Rally Foundation. With cancer being the #1 disease killer of kids in America, we must do all we can. I encourage everyone to go gold this month and visit Nissan of LaGrange for a great deal and a great cause. Nissan of LaGrange, your friendliest hometown dealer.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagles Sports Network.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger Football. Jack Woolman, Greg Hicks live here from Connett Stadium in Columbus, Georgia, as the Tigers are taking on the Blue Devils of Columbus. Another big game coming up this weekend. We talked a little bit about that in the earlier break. Of course, LaGrange and Callaway tomorrow night from Callaway Stadium in Heard County. Hateville Charter comes to town. Hateville Charter is 0-1, but they're number 2 in Class A. Heard County 0-1, they're number 9 in Class A. So kind of interesting in Class AA. The two teams that are ranked in the top 10 both don't have a win so far this season. Of course, they haven't played anybody other than their non-region opponents, as I think Greg's trying to catch hold of Coach. Go ahead, Greg. You got somebody? Or is he saying, hey, okay, so Greg's just being friendly.
You got a second? Let's get with Coach Glisson real quick before we get the second half. Coach,
all right.
Coach, give us a little upside on the first half.
Not too bad. The first play they busted play. We're starting a freshman middle linebacker, and he just missed a tackle. And but all in all, not too bad. Offensively, we're a little out of the rhythm. I think we're a little kind of flat. And, it was like last week defense was a little flat, and this week offense is a little flat. So we got to get it all together at the right time. But we're still missing way too many tackles, and we'll see. We think we got some things cleaned up. Columbus is not a bad football team, and other than that one series on defense, I think we've done pretty well.
All right, there you heard it from Coach Glisson. He mentioned Tucker missed that first tackle on that long touchdown run by Columbus. Well, I promise you this, if you've been listening, he hadn't missed any since.
No, he's been playing a whale of a ball game, that's for sure, Greg. Second of the break, we come back. More from Kinnett Stadium as the Troup High School Tigers are taking on the Blue Devils of Columbus. They're leading right now 34-6 to the Troup High School Tigers are, as you're listening to Eagle Sports.
A Southern tradition since 1945, that's Rogers Barbecue and Catfish House. You can find them at 117 New Franklin Road in LaGrange. So when you're ready for lunch, Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m., come to Rogers Barbecue and Catfish House for meat, 2 vegetables, and a bread, dessert, and drink for only $7.29. That's a big lunch for a small price. So when you're ready for a delicious barbecue and only U.S. farm-raised catfish, make your way to 117 New Franklin Road in LaGrange for Rogers Barbecue and Catfish House for a great meal.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagles Sports Network.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. As you're listening to the Troup High School Tigers taking on the Columbus Blue Devils live here from Kinnett Stadium. 34-6 is your score. Greg, the guys come out, I think they're going to be, this first series I think is going to tell us a lot about how they're feeling about this second half of play.
No, you're right about that. We'll see. They'll set the tone as they got to kick off, so it'll be a defensive unit on the field first for the Tigers. But what you see this game is you're going to have an opportunity, and maybe halfway through the second or through the third quarter, you might start seeing some good subs and good underclassmen, maybe some good second stringers coming in and getting some good playing time. And this is a time you want to try to work on that. You won't see a wholesale unit change, as Glisson hardly does that, but he'll bring in guys one or two at a time, as he's always done on defense. You see it a lot more on defense than you do on offense, but, with Cooley being out this week, you really want to see what kind of depth do you have on an offensive line and what can they do for you. And, hey, we got a couple, Cato, he may get some more touches in the backfield rather than Trey Williams.
Could see A.J. Tucker back there.
You may see A.J. back there running a little bit. We did see him on this same field 3 weeks ago in the Northside game when you and I were about 3 plays with him running. We said, wow, who's this kid? He's a freshman. I tell you what, I'm impressed with him at linebacker.
Yeah. I think he's moving to the ball well. He's craving contact. He's trying to find ways to hit folks.
He does, I tell you. He just walked by me, and I knew he didn't look that huge. I mean, tall from the booth, but when you stand by him, he looks probably 5'9" right now as a freshman, but he has got some really thick hamstrings and some calf muscles and upper legs, and just the kind that when he hits you, he'll drive through you. And I'm sure for a 9th grader, he's probably above your average strength, if you will. And assuming he's got some more height to grow, as Coach Glisson said to me a couple weeks ago, it's going to be exciting to hear A.J. Tucker's name called out over the next, really 4 seasons.
30 more seconds back to the station, then we'll kick things off live here from Kinnett Stadium in Columbus, Georgia. Listening to Troup High School Tiger football on Eagle Sports.
There's a storm coming. We may not know its path, but your independent auto owner's insurance agent knows no matter what happens, we'll be there when you need us most. Strong through every storm. That's how it's been for our first 100 years, and how it will be for generations to come.
Mallory Agency at MalloryAgency.com. For all your insurance needs, it's the Mallory Agency.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagles Sports Network.
Fresh 12 minutes on the clock as we get ready to start the second half of play. 34-6 in favor of the Troup High School Tigers, as the Tigers will be kicking off right to left on your radio dial. There's the kick. Bouncing. It'll go out of bounds at about the 15-yard line. They'll bring it up to 35, and that's where Columbus will have it, 1st and 10.
You know, Andrews has been kicking the ball off pretty good. I've been watching him progress down. He's actually kicking them inside the 15-yard line, which he didn't start out that way. So each kick he seems to be getting stronger, and with that one actually curled out of bounds. So they're going to move the ball up, and they're bringing it. They're going to re-kick it, Jack.
Oh, wow, that's unusual.
Or either that or they've called a timeout. I don't know what's going on.
Well, now they're lining back up, so they'll re-kick it. And actually, that's not real surprising since we don't have a deep kicker. They're thinking they'll be able to receive the ball near the 20 or 30-yard line and have a built-in return already. So the ball will be placed at the 35-yard line to kick it off. Our thanks to our friends at Glenn Smith, Chevrolet Buick GMC, and Opelika. Get ready to smile as they sponsor our kickoffs.
I don't have my binoculars with me, Jack, but that is not Andrews kicking off. Why? He's got different color shoes on.
Well, you can always tell. It's the shoes, man. It's the shoes. As Spike Lee once told us. There's the kick. And down the field it goes. Brought up to the 30. And then he takes a knee just short of the 35-yard line.
Actually, that should be the Tigers football, Jack. As we recovered it, it bounced straight up in the air, and I couldn't get who recovered it, but we advanced it about 4 yards, and they called that's when the whistle blew. So the Tigers, and it was not intended for an onside kick, but it worked out that way.
Let's see what they mark it. Yep, it's going to be Tiger ball. Good job, Greg.
Well, that's why they pay me the big dollars.
Well, you're down the field. You can see a little bit better than I can.
Plus, I'm standing beside Coach Schweitzer, and he always feeds me good intel.
He's a smart man. That's Dr. Schweitzer to you, sir. So here come the Tigers instead of the Blue Devils with the ball first and 10. Ball will rest on about the 36-yard line. Big Williams gets the ball. Actually, he trips up. Not brought down by contact. He actually trips up just short of the 35-yard line.
He heads off on that left side behind, I want to say Zach Smith. And he, like you said, he does get tripped a little bit, but he'll fall forward for a couple of yards. It'll be second down and 8 as the ball is resting on the Blue Devils' 34-yard line.
Better spot than I was expecting. Kobe calls for it. Hands the ball off to Williams again. Williams with a great hole in front of him. Goes right, then left, down towards the end zone. He'll go in. Touchdown, Tigers!
Williams comes out of the hole behind Tyler Kitchens and Zach Smith. Then he cuts it to the right, goes behind the linebackers, cuts it back to the left, and down the sidelines he is for a 38-yard touchdown. Actually, it's called a 34-yard touchdown run by Trey Williams as we really begin this second half of play.
So going the Tigers' way big time as they get the kick. They kick off, and then they get the ball back. And now the offense has put the ball into the end zone. Snap, hold, kick is up. And the kick is good. 11:20 left to go in this third quarter of play. 41-6 is your score in favor of the Troup High School Tigers. 30 seconds, back to the station. Listen to Troup High School Tiger football on Eagle Sports.
Hi, football fans. Jonathan Mooseman from Glenn Smith and Opelika. We love this time of year with all the excitement of football. We also love that Glenn Smith can play a part in supporting high school sports. We salute the team, coaches, band, the cheerleaders, and of course the families and fans. We are proud to be your Chevrolet Buick and GMC dealer with over 600 new and used vehicles every day. Online 24/7 at glennsmith.com. Glenn Smith Chevrolet Buick GMC. Get ready to smile.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagles Sports Network.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. 41-6 is your score in favor of the Troup High School Tigers. 11:20 left to go in the third. There's the kickoff from the 40-yard line. Short taken at the 25 as they'll get up to the 30 and out of bounds at about the 33. 19 left to go as the Columbus Blue Devils will get the ball now. Here they go. The ball will rest. They're going to get them all the way up to the 35-yard line. Pistol set for the Blue Devils. Check to see who the quarterback is. Yep, they'll keep in the young man that was playing it in the first half, number 16. Mansfield, I believe is his name. Man in motion, Mansfield. Hands the ball off into the line. He'll get to the line of scrimmage and pick up one before he's pushed back. 2nd down and 9. (41-6) is your score in favor of the Troup High School Tigers.
I heard my name called. Greg. And looked around was on Ricky Parks, and so we've been having a conversation. I want to get caught up on his sons, Ricky and Tez Parks, that both played for Callaway and then went on down to Southern Miss and played. So they're back kind of starting their careers with UPS. Good to always hear these kids do well.
Well, they delivered on the football field. Now they're delivering in real life. Mansfield hands the ball off. A good hole for the ball carrier as he takes off down the field, and he's fast. Missed tackle back at the 25. He'll get down to the 20-yard line. So the Blue Devils with a little bit of life here, right down to the 20-yard line of the Tigers. Just a blown assignment. They're inside the line of scrimmage as the tailback breaks free. He goes all the way down. Missed tackles, a couple of arm tackles going down the field. And now Columbus with some new life as the ball rests on the 20. Mansfield will stand back in there. He'll go to the pistol set. Takes the snap, hands the ball off to the tailback again. Good blocking on this right side. Tries to cut back. And he's brought back as he gets across the 20 to the 18-yard line. 2nd down. Coach Lisson letting his defense know that that's not going to stand. Have to do a little bit better job than that. As the Tigers now, the defense standing in there. 2nd and 9 for Columbus. And whistles on that play. As a timeout is called. They take a timeout. We'll take one as well. 30 seconds. Back to the station. Listen to Troup High School Tiger football on Eagle Sports.
Calling all area coaches, high school coaches, travel ball coaches, and more. Mud Creek Graphics is now selling sporting goods like Wilson, DeMarini, Louisville Slugger, Rawlings, and Russell for travel teams, football, baseball, basketball, soccer, and more. For more information, call Mud Creek Graphics at 706-884-5592. Mud Creek's for all your sporting good needs.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagles Sports Network.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football as Greg looks like he's hiding in along the guys there.
Hey, look, I'm pretty big, but I'm blue. They're white. I stand out all right. I'm just talking down. Speaking of white, I'm down here talking to Royce White. Tell him he's got to gain some weight. Big year as a junior coming up. We want to get these D1 schools looking at him, and we're certainly glad to have him on that offensive line now.
Yeah, but he's not talking on the radio, and neither were you, so let's go. All right. Mansfield is going to be the quarterback. Rolls to this near side to throw. It's complete. One of his first complete passes. Loses the ball into the end zone. And they're going to mark him down out of bounds at the 4.
Yeah, they're going to mark him down before he fumbles, they say.
So he stepped out right there at the 4-yard line. So Columbus with a little excitement here.
Just before, actually, as I was making way down the sidelines after that long run, I caught Luke Purnell and Nick Schweitzer under the tent, and they were talking about that play. I was congratulating on Luke on his catch and running over the linebacker, and we'll continue after this play.
Mansfield puts the man in motion from the far side, takes it, turns, hands the ball off. He's hit at the line of scrimmage, drives forward, and he's going to go into the end zone for a score for Columbus.
Actually, video replay will show that he hit on the half-yard line and bounced in, but since we don't have video replay, only in Alabama, that will go as a touchdown. But getting back, I was talking to Luke. I said, man, you really want to try to run over that kid, and reached up and, I said, you took that pass away from Schweitzer. And he said, that's just what he was telling me. I said, yep. Nick looked at me and said, that would have been a touchdown. I said, it would have been. So they were kind of arguing as to who should have caught that pass.
Columbus to tip the point after touchdown. Snap. Hold. Kick is up. It's low, but it's good. 41-13 is your score in favor of the Troup High School Tigers. You're listening to Troup High School Tiger football on Eagle Sports.
At Wellstar West Georgia Medical Center, we believe teamwork makes all the difference in your health. We believe that skilled people can achieve higher standards and exceptional results. We believe in a game plan that's focused on patient safety and quality care. At Wellstar West Georgia Medical Center in LaGrange, we believe in life well lived. To learn more about award-winning healthcare, visit wellstar.org/WGMC.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagles Sports Network.
41-13, Blue Devils showing a little bit of life here as we get to the second half of play. So both teams have scored here in the second half so far. We're early in the third quarter with 9:08 left to go in the third quarter play. Columbus will kick the ball off from the 40, going left to right on your radio dial. Tigers will stand back at about the 10-yard line. Looks to be Mark Anthony Dixon and Trey Williams back there. Let's see where this ball's going to go. Far hash is where it's marked at.
Yeah, Mark Anthony's sitting over here on the Troup side where.
There's the kick. Dixon is going to be the one that takes it over on the far side from the 5. Cutting across the field. Cuts back at the 20-25. So his feet at the 30. Finding his way down to the 33, 34-yard line. Tigers will have it there first and 10. Don't forget our thanks to Glenn Smith, Chevrolet Buick GMC in Opelika. Get ready to smile, and we smile every time there's a kickoff that's brought to us by our friends. So Troup has the ball at the 33. 8:59 left to go here in the third. Starting offense stays out there as the play's whistled in. And here we go. Low snap. Flag down. We're going to have some illegal motion against the Tigers. That'll back them up 5. Again, 41-13 is your score. Tigers get a little hitch in this drive. Doesn't get started quite the way we want it to.
I'm standing on the sideline, so I have the luxury of hearing the coaches yell out plays and all the players, as you notice, Jack, looking at the wristbands.
That's how the Tigers do it. They don't huddle up. They go to the wristband. Kobe goes to his tailback. He hands the ball off. At first down, almost picked up. They will get the 10 yards, but they needed 15 for a first down. Ball will rest. So they're going to mark him. Wow, they give him a good spot. Actually, they're going to move the chains on that, Greg.
A nice job on the right side by Michael Irvin, the right tackle, and number 58, Braxton Truitt on the right guard. They opened up a hole big time for Williams.
Tigers split 2 men wide this near side. Wing to the right side. Kobe throws across the middle, complete for another first down on the far side.
A little stab pass to Zy Varner. He picks up about 12 yards as he turns and runs up, picks up an extra couple after he catches it, so that'll move the chains once more. He's going to mark the ball on the 45-yard line, maybe just outside the 40, maybe 46 of the Columbus Blue Devils.
Zy has been a favorite target for Kobe tonight. 2 touchdowns already in this contest. Kobe takes it, hands the ball off to Williams. Williams fighting his way, picks up 5. A tough 5 up near the 40-yard line, second down.
Really just kind of ran up behind Tyler Kitchens, the center, and Braxton Truitt, the right guard, and was able to pick up about 3, maybe 4 yards.
They're going back to actually give him 5 on that one. 2nd and 5. Or 2nd and 6, as the announcer says. I'm more of an optimist. I think it's 5. Kobe rolls Purnell over at the wing on the right side. Fakes the handoff, keeps it himself, cuts back up in the middle, picks up the first down, goes to the 35-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
One of the things that Kitchens was doing, the center, he's kind of looking for somebody to block, and he's already created a hole. Hudson sees that hole and runs and kind of bumps him in the back and says, help me, move. And Hudson's able to pick up a first down as they move the chains. And I think Kitchens learned a lesson real quick. Make sure you're blocking a different color jersey at all times.
Yeah, keep going, because Kobe's going to run up your back if you don't. Hudson rides his tailback in, going to pull it, keep it himself, going around the left side, still on his feet at the 20, brought down at the 15-yard line. Another first down for the Tigers.
You know, he just took it right out of the hands of Moss, I believe, and just grabbed Moss's jersey and let him kind of take him outside and create some blocking and opportunity to pick up another first down for the Tigers.
41-13 is your score in favor of the Tigers. Tigers driving right now. Just a nice methodical drive. Hand it off to Williams. Williams with a great hole in front of him. Gets all the way down to the 10-yard line.
That time, Jack, he'll go behind left guard Zach Smith, along with Royce White on that left side, and he'll pick up about 5, maybe 5.5 yards. They're going to mark it on the 11-yard line.
Tigers are right back up the line of scrimmage. Purnell in a wing on the left side. Going to air it out down the field. And a catch in the corner of the end zone. I couldn't see almost from this end. And another touchdown for the Tigers.
He had, I want to say it was Zy Varner, but again, Trey Williams may have been spotted out there.
It's 11.
That was Mercurius Kelly. He's man on the left side, and the corner was hugged up all on him. The corner did not turn back to look. Kelly then dove out, caught the football on a nice laid out plane, came down, touchdown, Tigers. What a beautiful stretch out.
And the PAT is good. So, with 6:15 left to go in the third quarter play, 48-13 is your score as you're listening to Troup High School Tiger Football on Eagle Sports.
The month of September has arrived and our great deals at Nissan of LaGrange continue. Katie Cates here and we are doing something special this month. The month of September is Childhood Cancer Awareness Month and we are going gold all month long. During September, Nissan of LaGrange will donate $50 for every car sold to the Rally Foundation. With cancer being the #1 disease killer of kids in America, we must do all we can. I encourage everyone to go gold this month and visit Nissan of LaGrange for a great deal and a great cause. Nissan of LaGrange, your friendliest hometown dealer.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagles Sports Network.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger Football. 6:15 left to go. 48-13 is your score in favor of the Troup High School Tigers.
Yeah, I'm sitting there on the sidelines, and I kept looking. I said, that's Matthew Graham. He's on the sidelines here. I asked him, I said, you just taking over the duties from your brother? You know, Jason used to last year would come down and videotape everything for the Tigers. Well, he's videoing, and I wanted to congratulate Matthew and all his students down at Long Cane Middle as he's got that green power team, high-tech engine performance race team they've got down at Long Cane. And what a wonderful cutting-edge technology, especially for these middle schoolers to learn such a craft and to be right on that edge of fuel technologies and engine workings, and you just never know what that's going to lead these kids to over the next 20 years.
Yeah, they're doing a great job with that. Of course, they've won several races. They compete all across the country, so just real proud of them and that entire group working with that. As here comes Columbus, back to pass as their quarterback. He's going to air it down, and it'll fall incomplete. Second down.
Sir Morgan on the defense. However, not a lot required as the wide receiver had gone down about 8 yards and taken an inside route, and the quarterback, the little left-handed kid, just threw it to the outside and well over out of reach of anybody.
Well, I think he's also trying to save his life by getting rid of the ball as quickly as he can.
Well, you know, I had left the press box at halftime and was talking to some of the locals, and I was just saying, man, this kid's true grit. He'll stay in there with a kid like Boykin and Holston bearing down on you and just take it like a man. So you give him credit. He stepped in here, wasn't starting. He stepped in here, and he's done a good job.
The hands off that time. Gooden, Tucker in there on the play. They'll tackle him as he gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it at the 28. .541 left to go. 48-13 is your score in favor of the Troup High School Tigers. Columbus with the ball, moving left to right. Pistol set. The quarterback, Mansfield, throws a quick out pass and incomplete. He's got a pretty good arm, just not throwing to anywhere that any of the orange players on his team are.
Well, you know, you don't see that play a lot. Most of the time the wheel route's handled within a yard or two of the line of scrimmage. They had actually sent a couple of guys deep, about 12 yards, maybe about 4 yards down, and tried a little kind of delayed wheel route. Looked good, good formation, just didn't work the mechanics out. Hey, I want to give kudos, as you said a while ago, to Andrew Caraway with his West Georgia football podcast. You can find it on SoundCloud or his Twitter feed. And I don't know what that is, but Andrew Caraway, but do look for SoundCloud.
Also, he's on Facebook, too, so you can get a link off there.
On Facebook as well. Just look up Andrew Caraway if you're interested. He covers all the high schools here in the West Georgia area and does a fabulous job.
Picked up by the Tigers on the punt to the 50. Down the right side goes Trey Williams. Finally brought down at the 30. Ball bounced in front of him. There was a moment of trepidation to where, is he going to pick it up? Is he going to pick it up? And he does, and gets a great return.
Is that interpreted as hesitant, maybe indecisive?
Yes.
Well, he did good then. He made a good decision, and he came all the way down inside the 30-yard line to the 29-yard line, where the Tigers will take over, leading 48-13 with 5 minutes and 12 seconds to go in this third quarter of play. One thing about Jack, if you listen to our broadcast, you're going to expand your vocabulary.
Cubby takes it, and he's going to ride his tailback and then pull it and throw the ball towards the end zone. We go up, and we come down with a touchdown, Tigers.
Luke Purnell finally gets his touchdown. He's been working so hard for. He got the inside route. Had actually split him from a tight end out to a wide out. And I think they did that only on purpose to give him that touchdown. And sure enough, he got the inside route on the cornerback. And he was so covered up, Jack.
Oh, the guy was all over his back.
Nice pass, and what a nice catch by Luke Purnell, senior Luke Purnell. So did a nice job getting that first touchdown of his senior year.
Also, great job by the tailback to kind of sell that fake. Linebackers bit inside. So it's one-on-one coverage back there. A fire as the ball goes down, so no PAT. But a flag is on the play. Let's see if they're going to give the Tigers another chance at this. Looking to see. Tigers still on the field.
Nick Schweitzer, the place kick holder, spotting the ball on his end. He's saying decline it. So we may have had encroachment.
They're going to just replay.
And they refuse it, so they'll attempt that PAT again.
Well, I think that's where they want it. Let's just kick it from where we normally kick it. Let's not change that. It's going well. Sometimes if you make those little changes, it throws things off.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagles Sports Network.
Welcome back. Not sure where we went off, but 54-13 is the score. As we're going to try to kick the extra point again. Snap, hold, kick is up. And the kick is good. Oh, excuse me. I thought it was good. Well, 54-13 shows you what I know from this vantage point. A little bit hard to see from down here. 5:04 left to go in the third, though. Tigers 54-13. We'll keep it here.
It's thanks to all of our fine sponsors that we are able to keep it live on the radio and talk about Cole Partain kicker. And we've got about 2 freshman kickers and 2 sophomore kickers, Jack. And, they're all doing a fine job competing. And as the season goes along, one of them is going to step up and be the kicker.
I'll tell you what, they're all doing a good job tonight. Like us to get a little bit more depth on our kickoff. That's the only place where I'd like to see us get a little bit more improvement. Of course, that pays off in a lot of different ways if we can't get that to happen. Tiger kickoff team. We have a coach over on the far side.
Being on the sidelines, I knew that we had our crowd had increased through the game, but looking down here on the sidelines, if you eliminate where the band sits, we're a little over half full on this visitor side. So the Troup Tiger Nation did a great job responding to calls and say, hey guys, let's get out, let's travel well, and they did just that. Had a fine halftime performance by the band as well, led by Logan Herta.
Well, I think a lot of them are also planning to see if the hot sign's on after this ball game.
They can just follow me, baby. I still got some fundraiser tickets.
Oh boy. If I want to get one.
Hey, one's for me, and then you and Ronnie K can split one, Jack. If Tony Walls is listening, he's laughing right now because we tell that donut story forever. Man, it's the one that we didn't die of an insulin attack that night, or sugar rush, as my wife would say. Wow, We both ate a dozen by ourselves on the way back from Buford and
Well,
Callaway
now,
game
if they're
one year.
hot, you can easily do that and not even know you've done it.
You're right. It's crazy. I think I didn't sleep for 2 days.
But you got a lot sold that week. There's the kick. It's going to go out of bounds. Let's see what they decide to do. They're going to make us kick it again. Lip. Tigers are backing up to kick it again. And we did move back over towards the center of the field to kick this one. Was we kicked from the near hash last time and went out of bounds. This time we kicked more towards the center. Now we'll go almost back to the 40, and we'll try it again. Listening for the whistle. There we go. Now we're ready to kick. 54-13 is your score. 5:04 left to go in the third. There's the kick. Caught at the 21 up to the 25. Darts left, back to right, up to the 35-yard line, and that's where Columbus will have it. 1st and 10. Don't forget, tomorrow night you can hear right here on these networks the LaGrange Callaway game. Depending on which school you're following, you can listen to that broadcast as well. Both Andrew Caraway and Michael Buchanan will be broadcasting. Michael with, of course, LaGrange, and Andrew with the Callaway call. Greg and I will probably be at the game too, just giving our thoughts and opinions, probably on Twitter or just texting friends. And probably calling the game to each other as we go through. Columbus once more goes back into the pistol set. A man wide left and right. He waits for the shotgun snap, puts the man in motion from the far side. Takes it, turns quickly, hands off into the line. Gets about 2, maybe 3 yards on that. 3rd down and 7. Clock continues to tick. As hopefully Greg's got new batteries, and his looks like his microphone has gone dead again. I got to start getting a band member to have extra batteries on the far side to hand them off to him when that happens. Ball falls incomplete. Again, not throwing the ball downfield that often. Just kind of throw it out to the side, and they're hitting the receiver right as the ball's getting there. So Paul's incomplete. 3rd down now and 7. 54-13 is your score. 4:21 left to go here in the third quarter of play.
3rd and 7 for the Blue Devils.
Play clock down to 22. Columbus taking their time, checking the sideline. Tigers roll in a few guys out onto the field. Some fresh jerseys coming out there. Another incomplete pass as the quarterback has to get rid of it quickly. And just no accuracy when he's having to throw the ball that quickly as it falls incomplete. They'll bring up 4th down, and they'll have to punt the ball away again. Coming up at the end of this quarter, more than likely the coaches will have a conversation with the officials with the score being this wide, 54-13, as where they're going to run clock in the fourth quarter. Being that it's a school night, you never know. They might want to go ahead and run it so these young men can get home and get to bed. Or this old man can get home and get to bed. That'd be nice too. Tigers have blocked one tonight, but they're not sending the rush in. Instead, they're going to let the ball get kicked and not even mount a return. And it's going to be a great kick all the way down to the 15-yard line, and that's where the Tigers will have it 1st and 10. Greg, we can hear you now.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Hey!
Did you get some batteries from somebody?
I didn't get no. Trust me, both sets are full. I was down here talking to Mr. Dunn, who is doing a fabulous job videoing from the end zone. But anyway, I get halfway and boom, there I am again. So I guess maybe the signal. Somebody took the foil off the top of the roof is what it was.
Yes, that's exactly what it was, Greg.
Well, that's all I can tell you. I didn't do anything differently.
Sure you didn't. All right, here come the Tigers. You quarterback in there. As we're going to have Schweitzer hand the ball off to the right side. He's going to get to the 21-yard line. So, again, some new guys coming in. We'll try to get some of those names and numbers for you. As it is number 15 for the Tigers. Nick Schweitzer coming in at the quarterback position. Gain of 5 on that last play. Nick will be back there in the backfield, along with number 32, Moss. Moss going to get the call. Going around the right side, get up near the 35-yard line, brings up third down. Did Tyler tear up your microphone again, Greg?
Pardon me?
Did Tyler tear up your microphone?
No, we're just sitting here talking about a short week in the game, and just like you and I were talking about how they came out.
Yeah, but I can't hear him on the radio, so let me talk to you instead.
Would you like to talk to Tyler?
No, I want to talk to somebody on the radio besides me.
Oh, you don't want to talk to Ronnie K?
Well, Ronnie K's not on the radio.
All
He's
right,
working
here we
the
go.
camera. As again, we missed that as they hand the ball off down the side of the field. Tigers look like they're going to score on that play all the way down to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
Devontae Moss on about an 80-yard touchdown run. Heads out to the left side behind big Royce White. And actually, we've got some new kids on the block. So let me figure. We got number 67 in there. So I don't want to give Royce credit for something he didn't do. Give me a question. Cleve Hancock, only a sophomore, and he's probably the second or third biggest kid on the team. Only a sophomore, did a nice job on that left side tackle by springing out Moss. And then, of course, once Moss got in the open field, he had to stiff arm a guy and almost got tackled on about the 22-yard line and just brought it home. So,
snap, hold,
that's
kick
good.
is up. And the kick is good. 61-13 is your score with 2:46 left to go in the third quarter play. You're listening to Troup High School Tiger Football on Eagle Sports.
There's a secret to beating injuries or ailments. Get the right team. Emory Southern Orthopedics, well-trained, experienced doctors, nurses, and staff are that team. These teammates listen and understand your specific condition and provide high-quality hometown care that will get you back into your game. For more information about Emory Southern Orthopedics team, visit www.southernorthopedics.com.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagle Sports Network.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger Football. 2:46 left to go. 61-13 is your score in favor of the Troup High School Tigers. As the Tiger kickoff team was once more back on the field. You know, as you get ready for this kickoff, we want to thank our friends at Glenn Smith Chevrolet. You know, Glenn Smith Chevrolet, Buick GMC, and Opelika always get ready to smile when you get ready to work with them.
No, Jack, I thought you were going to say, let's get ready to smile.
No, I was going to say that for you.
Oh, well, you just did.
There's the kick. All the way down to the 15, up to the 20, 25. Hit hard. Hey, there's still a lot of fight in these Columbus Blue Devils. They're not giving up in this contest at all.
No, you're right. And we may see and should see a little bit of substitution. I know it's not quite the fourth quarter, but when it gets to the fourth quarter, they might put that clock on not just a continuous running clock, but they might somehow speed it up. So just we probably need to watch that. It might be instead of 1, 2, it may be 1, 2, 3, 4. You know,
kind of double the speed.
Double time it, baby. Double time it. Can you do that? I think you probably can.
You're not supposed to. There's the snap. Quarterback going to throw the ball high, and it's going to bounce incomplete. Second down and 10.
You know, we were just Mr. Dunn and I were just talking about A.J. Tucker, and you know, I told him how impressed you and I were with him a couple weeks ago, and I didn't get a chance to see last week's ball game. I could only listen to you and your brother Brad Mormon, and what a fantastic job you guys did too.
Thank you.
But you know, if you haven't got a chance to see some of these younger Tigers, wow! And again, we've been blessed over the past 6 or 8 years where we've had guys like Jace Godwin starting as a freshman, which you don't hardly see anymore. You know, you've had Kobe Hudson starting as a freshman. Near side. And now you've got A.J. Tucker, which has really, and I know I'm early in saying this, but it's so obvious when you watch this kid play that he could be some of the linebackers that have come out of Troup County and the likes of Reuben Foster and Trey Blackman and Sam Alajabutu. He's going to be that kind of guy. He's going to be that kind of guy that people are going to be talking about, that he'll rock your world from a defensive standpoint.
That last play only got a yard, so 3rd and 9 now for Columbus. Quarterback backs to pass, backing up. He's going to be pressured, brought down, sacked at the 25.
And a couple Number 40. And I'm cutting in and out here, but 42. Let me get you that number. It is, and I'm on the wrong page, as you guess at. Those numbers are still hard to read, even on the ground floor here. Chris Hilton, a junior, is in the game. Let me get you some of these other numbers here. Looks like 99 is in the game.
That's Cox, Isaiah Cox.
Isaiah Cox, okay.
Punt the ball, and the Tigers don't mount a return. There's another punt.
They're just going to let it roll.
Yep.
Start the offense. It'll be interesting to see. I know with only 1:03, you may still have Hudson in there, but for sure in the fourth quarter, you'll probably see Schweitzer get a little bit of
Well,
playing
Schweitzer
time.
he ran the last series that they scored on.
Actually, it looks like I'm seeing Schweitzer trot on the field.
Yeah, Schweitzer, I don't know if you saw, but Schweitzer actually ran the offense the last
good.
touchdown.
Good. Well, I am a little bit distance away, and I only use reading glasses, so I can't see that far.
You see better than I do.
Whatever. I don't know. You should see me comb my hair. Oh, I don't have much
Which
anymore.
one?
Never mind.
Here come the Tigers. Schweitzer will stand there at the quarterback position. Moss will stand to his left. Plays whistled in. Wing to the right side. Schweitzer takes it. Quickly hands off to Moss. Moss finding his way across the 35 down to the 37-yard line. Brings up second down.
Just off right guard, between the right guard and the right tackle. And he'll pick up about, from my vantage point, what, Jack, maybe 4 yards, 3 to 4 yards?
No, he's almost got a first down.
See, there you go. My distance perception is bad. I need to come up to the sidelines.
Actually, they're going to give him a first down on that one.
Good, 10 yards.
No, actually, they'll back it up. I didn't think it was a first down.
Now they're backing the chains up.
So 2nd and 1.
Those are the third string chain guys, too. Now they're in training.
We just brought them in, and now they're trying to make the time go longer. Tigers going to pick up the first down and more as Moss goes around that right side, brought down across the 50 at the 45-yard line.
Hey, you know what, Moss, he's like Jordan Adams and Jeremiah Holston. You're not going to get any subpar effort. When you hand him the football, he's going to give you all he's got.
Yep. Clock ticks down, 7, 6, 5. That'll probably be the last play of the third quarter. Yep, 61-13 is your score as we come to the end of the third quarter play. One more to go. Back to the station, play 3 spots for us. Let's listen to 3 of our sponsors as we're going into the fourth quarter of play right here on Eagle Sports.
An injury can be a game changer. That's why Houston physicians are on the sidelines providing immediate care to athletes after an injury. Houston physicians have been on the sidelines of football games since Dr. Houston started the tradition 60 years ago with the Auburn Tigers. The Houston Sports Medicine team provides high school pre-participation physicals, sideline coverage, and Saturday morning injury clinics at the Jack Houston Memorial Hospital during football season. An injury can be a game changer, and immediate evaluation care can be a game changer too. Contact the LaGrange Houston Clinic at 706-884-3274.
Isn't life crazy? One day your fender gets dented by a runaway shopping cart. The next day, your kid's college entrance exam is a runaway success.
Yes, I got accepted.
But that's life. Some days you're the bug, some days you're the windshield. No worries, your State Farm agent is here in all of life's moments, the good and the not so good, to help life go right. So good day, bad day, any day, let's talk.
State Farm agent Matt Orr on the square in downtown LaGrange.
Life costs money, sometimes lots. First Franklin Financial has loans for living. Our Hogansville and LaGrange branches offer personal loans from $300 to $15,000 with payment plans to fit any budget. Stop by and meet the friendly Franklin folk at the location near you. Visit onefc.com to learn more. All loan terms and applicable APRs depend on meeting our underwriting and income criteria for the loan size requested and may require collateral. Georgia Residential Mortgage Licensee number 5656.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagles Sports Network.
Welcome back. It's the Troup High School Tigers. There we go. A little bit more. There we go. All right. Is Schweitzer, the quarterback, a high snap, but does a great job of taking her back around the left side and coming close to picking up a first down, 2nd down and 3, and really been impressed with the maturation of this young man. Schweitzer stands in there, checks his wrist, gets the play. Moss will stand to his right, wing back to the left side. There's the snap. Another high snap. Handed off to Moss. Moss fights to the left side. Gets back to the line of scrimmage. Third down and 3. 11:05 left to go. 61-13 is your score in favor of the Troup High School Tigers. Time to continue to tick down in this contest. 10:47 left to go. Tigers roll the wing to the left side. A little bit of high snap again. Moss gets the call. Fights down, picks up the first down yardage. Ball will get across the 35 down to the 33-yard line. 61, as I mentioned, to 13. Tigers seem to have this thing well in hand. Don't forget, again, as we mentioned, tomorrow night, the big ball game, LaGrange and Callaway. Then Monday night, live from Europe High, sponsored by Kia, are the coaches' show starting at 7 o'clock. We'll be there with Coach Earl Chambers. We'll start that at 7 o'clock, talking about LaGrange College football as they have their first ball game coming up this Saturday against Birmingham Southern. Hand off again to Moss. Moss just right in the line of scrimmage, picks up 3, maybe 4 yards. Then at 7:30, we have Andrew Caraway talking with Coach Pete Wiggins. They have a big ball game, of course, as we mentioned, tomorrow. Callaway and LaGrange. Then at 8 o'clock, we have Greg talking with Coach Glisson. We're talking about this contest, talking about the positives and looking ahead to next week. And then at 8:30, Chuck Gibbs, and I will talk about LaGrange High School football. So somebody's going to be happy. Somebody's not going to be quite so happy as we get ready for those big things. But our thanks to Europe High and also Kia of LaGrange for sponsoring that evening. We'll have a brand new vehicle from Kia of LaGrange there. That's always fun as they bring some of those out for us to take a look at. We've got to sit in the credenza. We had the, oh my goodness, I can't remember the name of the car from last week. Stinger, I think. A little sports car. Very, very nice vehicle. Greg, were you there? Do you remember any of that? Are you still with me?
I'm still. We're just down here talking about last week's score. Do you know what the score was last week, Jack? You called it.
Well, actually, would you tell him to go over there so you could be back on the radio with me?
I could. I could come back up because you know what? I got to stop and get you guys some donuts. I've already told Tyler I probably wasn't going to eat anything. You know, I do tell a lie every once in a while.
Actually, it's going to be the Tigers fighting towards the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. My goodness gracious. What a tremendous effort by the quarterback.
Looked like Nick Schweitzer right up the middle from 30 yards out. Touchdown, Tigers touchdown, Nick Schweitzer.
Schweitzer was just not going to be denied as he faked the handoff to Moss, kept it, and just hit it into the end zone.
Well, whatever we scored last week, whether it be 59 or 65, as Mr. Dunn thinks, we've already outlasted that one.
It was 54 because they took one off the board.
Well, 67-13, your Tigers.
Snap, hold, kick is up. And the kick is good. 68-13 is your score. As the time continues to tick down. Let's see. It does stop, so they are going to keep the clock not running. So let's take 30 seconds back to the station right here on Eagle Sports.
My whole business just went up in flames. But my agent was there before the fire was out. We started a plan. I've got 25 employees who could be out of a job if we didn't get this place running again. My independent agent and auto owners insurance, they made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll. That's incredible.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagles Sports Network.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. Kickoff on its way. And, of course, our thanks to our friends at Glenn Smith Chevrolet Buick GMC in Opelika. Get ready to smile as we're going to smile about this kickoff to take place. Ball rests on the 40-yard line as we're ready to kick this thing off. Ball's moving left to right on your radio dial. They step up, and there's the kick. A little bit shorter than usual, up to the 20, 25. Good coverage, but he slips free. Gets across the 35 to the 40, still on his feet. As he crosses the 40 to the 42, and that's where Columbus will have it first and 10. 8:34-33. Now the time continues to tick. And that's where they'll place the ball at the 42. Columbus will take it from there. Tigers with some fresh jerseys out on the field. We'll try to get you some of those names and numbers in just a bit. All right, here comes Columbus Blue Devils. Snap. And the handoff to the tailback. No, actually, the quarterback pulls it, keeps it, goes around the right side, picks up 3, 2nd and 7.
Do you know if what underclass is? He's not a senior, that left-handed quarterback, is he?
No.
He's probably working on his dual threat status.
Is that it?
I mean, yeah, he had me fooled.
Well, he's been a bit of a threat to himself so far tonight. Had a lot of people in his face, that's for sure. Well, that's Mansfield. He's played the majority of snaps tonight after the other quarterback was injured early in the contest.
Yeah, Mr. Dunn said he thought he saw him on crutches going in at halftime.
Come around this near side. And a incomplete pass. 3rd down now. Ball continues to rest right at the 45-yard line of the Columbus Blue Devils. Columbus continuing to improve, but not quite enough, as this will be the 18th time in a row that the Tigers have come away with a victory here at Cadet Stadium against the Columbus Blue Devils. Not a bad record.
All right.
Big is in motion from the far side.
Take care.
Here's the snap. Handoff into the line, and we're going to drag him down right there. And he gets really nothing out of that one. Good job by this young defense as the punt team comes back out on the field. And we have not mounted up a return at all in the past 3 punts. .6:20, 6:19. Clock is ticking now. 68-13 is your score. And it hasn't been just one player. Ball's been spread out quite a bit. Zy Varner tonight, Trey Williams, Mark Anthony Dixon, Kobe Hudson. Just a lot of guys having an opportunity to catch the ball, move the ball. There's the snap and the kick. Again, not covered by the Tigers at all. Will bounce down and come to rest at the 15-yard line. Let's take a quick 30 back to the station as the Tigers lead 68-13 here on Eagle Sports.
State Farm, Kathy here.
Hey, it's Mike. My team just pulled off the biggest upset ever.
Nice, Mike.
And some fans are getting crazy. They even flipped over a car.
Whoa.
Turns out it's my car, though.
Oh.
But I don't want to be upset right now. I want to know State Farm's going to take care of this, right?
We got you covered, Mike.
Yes! Woo!
Go with the one that's here to help life go right. State Farm.
Your State Farm agent is Matt Orr on the square in downtown LaGrange.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagles Sports Network.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football as the Tigers going to run the ball to the left side, pick up good yardage up near the 25-yard line. They've got to get across the 25 to the 26 for a first down.
Got a Schweitzer backfield as Ben Schweitzer, number 81, came in at tight end, helped open up a hole that way that time for Moss, right behind big Sam Lewis, it looks like, is in there now at left tackle, along with Bryson Williams, number 73, at left guard. Let's see, 51 is your center. That's Zach Smith. He's moved over to for Tyler Kitchens. He was playing left guard.
Columbus showing blitz. And the quarterback, Schweitzer, pulls it, picks up the first down. He saw that blitz, let them come in on him, then popped to the outside and picked up the first down.
You know, I'm standing here in the end zone, so it's a great way to see the holes open up. Schweitzer did a great job in that RPO. He read it, he pulled it, and he went right up the middle, and with a couple of juke steps, picks up his first down, as you said, Jack. Clock continues to run inside 4 minutes. 68-13, your Tigers have got this ball game in hand.
You think they might win this one?
He better. I don't think the coach at Columbus would appreciate that.
Tigers taking their time. Play clock down to 4, though. 3, 2. They have to call a timeout, or it's going to be a penalty.
Schweitzer looks like he might have called a timeout. I don't know if anybody saw him.
Nope. Delay game.
Okay. So they'll probably run the same play, but they'll back him up. 72, Eli Jones, a freshman, is in there at right guard. Let me see if I can get the right tackle's number for you guys. 75, Caleb Leslie, a senior offensive lineman, will be in there at right tackle. Moss and Schweitzer's in the backfield.
Ball comes loose. Bad snap. He'll get down on it. Back inside the 5.
Well, we did say that Zach Smith moved over from left guard to, and I want to say that, left guard, yes, from left guard to center. And he's had the last several snaps have been high and to the left. Schweitzer's had to move to go get it. That snap was high and to the left and resulted in the ball coming back to the 5-yard line. The Tigers have it, second down.
34 yards to first down. You got something in your playbook for first 30 to 34, second 34?
My bad, even close. That was Tyson Duncan, sophomore quarterback. So Tyson Duncan will be standing a yard deep in the end zone.
Actually, it's snapped right to the tailback. And he's going to go down short of the 5.
Robert Harris, number 31, is your sophomore tailback. Snap was made to Duncan, but Duncan immediately handed it off to.
I tell you, from this vantage point, Greg, he actually stepped across it, caught the ball before that Duncan could get it.
Injury timeout as we've got on the tackle, a defensive player for Columbus. 2:05, and that's the only time the clock will stop. They're going to spot the ball on the 2-yard line as we actually lost another couple of yards. And it'll be third and forever, like third, and we got to make it all the way out to about the 40-yard line.
Oh, that young man's hurt. His legs just kind of twitching. I hope it's just a cramp as they tend to him. Let's go and take a break. Let's go three of our sponsors back to the station as the Tigers are winning this one by a score of 68-13 on Eagle Sports.
An injury can be a game changer. That's why Houston physicians are on the sidelines providing immediate care to athletes after an injury. Houston physicians have been on the sidelines of football games since Dr. Houston started the tradition 60 years ago with the Auburn Tigers. The Houston Sports Medicine team provides high school pre-participation physicals, sideline coverage, and Saturday morning injury clinics at the Jack Houston Memorial Hospital during football season. An injury can be a game changer, and immediate evaluation care can be a game changer too. Contact the LaGrange Houston Clinic at 706-884-3274.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagles Sports Network.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. 2:05. Let's go this contest as they take care of that young man down on the field. Greg, I see they brought the little golf cart out there.
They did. A couple of the looks like the EMS guys. And really, from my vantage point, they're taking his pulse, just trying to check him out. He's got his helmet off, and I think he took his helmet off personally. So
but before they even got to him, he had already taken his helmet off.
Yeah, and so that's a good sign because the last thing you want to do if you ever have any kind of potential injury, and it could be his arm because they're holding his left arm straight. I thought they were checking his pulse, and they may, but he may have also injured that left arm to the point where I'm suggesting that it might be more than just bruised, is what I'm saying.
I see that the starting quarterback, I see him down here on crutches or on this near side here. He was knocked out of the game earlier tonight. Especially after a ball game well in hand, to see somebody get hurt is kind of a little tragedy here. So hopefully they'll be able to take care of him. He's not injured too badly. Love to see him get off on his own power.
Yes, they're wrapping that left arm in the bicep area and elbow area. So I'm simply speculating, but from this point, it looks like it might be. Obviously, the left arm is injured to the point where they've got some bandage and they're wrapping it, this little ace bandage where it's got some stretch to it.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to lift him up now. He'll be able to walk off, but yeah, he's holding that left arm. Pretty good sized kid. He's walking this way. They put a little splint on it, little flat board, just to be careful. But yeah, so I'm sure he'll be going to the hospital to get some X-rays. And he's in a lot of pain. You can see he's not feeling well, but at least he is able to walk off under his own power. And hopefully they'll get some X-rays real soon. And worst case, he'll have a cast on it tomorrow.
But he'll get lots of sympathy from friends. Get that thing signed tomorrow. Actually, probably be just wrapped tomorrow. Let the swelling go down, that sort of thing. Man, I hate that. I hate for a young man to get hurt late in the ball game like this.
Well, Robert Harris is a pretty stout young man. As Tyson Duncan, your quarterback, as they line back up. Now, Robert Harris is a pretty stout guy as I'm looking at him now, and I'm sure it's just one of the things just kind of fell weird on his hand. So Tyson Duncan is lined up 5 yards into the end zone for the Tigers.
So here they come. Duncan waits for the shotgun snap. Waiting.
Coaches on the sideline telling them they're counting, helping them count down as the clock
the play clock go down. Now they move the tight end over. He'll take it. Tailback moves to the left side, tries to get to the corner, cuts upfield at the 20. He's got a long way to go to get a first down, but nice job of getting some good upfield momentum for the Tigers.
Nice, yeah, right. Just on a little jet sweep as Tyson Duncan takes the snap again high into the left, so he has to come down really quickly, hand the ball off to Moss as he's Robert Harris. As Robert Harris is on a sweep, he takes it like a little jet sweep, turns it up the left side, goes all the way out to the 20-yard line as the ball was resting on the 2, so he'll pick up 18. Still 4th down and 20. And Columbus calls a timeout with 1:16 left in this contest. 68-13, your score. Troup Tigers leading.
Odd to call a timeout right now unless they're just going to try to talk about how they're going to return a punt or go after a punt. But at this point, it seems like you want to just kind of cut your losses and go on home.
And that may be what happens. He just, we're gonna punt it, squib it. They may put 10 men on the line, or they may put 3 deep and try to rush because they know that we got a lot of substitute guys, and they may be just trying to put another touchdown on the board and make it look, I guess, somewhat respectable if that is such a.
Well, too, though, if I'm coach, I'm putting my starting kicking team in. Let's get the guys that are used to this.
Well, once again, they actually may be going for it because Tyson Duncan is still your quarterback.
They're not lined up in a punting position. So
No, actually, they're going to go for it. And it's
that's what a chess match as Columbus has to send their guy that was deep back up to the line of scrimmage. Again, the high snap, and he's just going to take a knee.
Just take a knee. So Columbus, with 1:10, clock still ticking, they'll come in and take over on looks like the 16-yard line is where Duncan took his knee.
Yep. So not much of a chess match.
And, I'm not saying they should give it up, but the Tigers will scrap defensively with some number 2s, if you will, and we'll see. They're going to actually move the ball, spot it just inside the 15, Jack, to about the 14.5 on the side, on the Troup side hash marks.
Of course, the clock is ticking. They may not even get a play off. 31 seconds.
Well, hopefully they'll at least get one play off.
So now they're ready. Mansfield, the quarterback for Columbus, finally takes the shotgun snap from the pistol. He's back to pass. Throws it towards the end zone. Falls incomplete. Clock continues to tick. That'll be it. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that's the end of our contest. 68-13 in favor of the Troup High School Tigers. Greg is going to try to catch Coach in just a few minutes as the Tigers have gotten a big victory in their second game of the season. 2-0 on the season. But right now we're going to step away, let you listen to 4 of our sponsors, 4 spots back to the station. As again, the Tigers have won this one by a score of 68-13. You listen to Troup High School Tiger Football on Eagle Sports.
Don't you buy no ugly shirt now.
That's right. To get a good-looking shirt just got a lot easier at Mud Creek Graphics because the creek has risen to downtown LaGrange across from Ideal Cleaners. Mud Creek Graphics' new location is perfect for you to come in and pick out your good-looking shirt and have whatever you want printed on it. So go with the flow and come visit us at Mud Creek Graphics, 211 Greenville Street in LaGrange, right behind CVS. Don't forget to like us on Facebook at Mud Creek Graphics. Getting you back into the game is Emory Southern Orthopedics Gold. The full-service orthopedic medical practice features board-certified surgeons, a prompt care center, surgical facility, and physical therapy services. The collaborative medical team at Emory Southern Orthopedics combines with leading-edge orthopedic treatment with proven traditional methods to aid you in achieving an active, pain-free lifestyle. Emory Southern Orthopedics, getting you back into your game.
Life costs money, sometimes lots. First Franklin Financial has loans for living. Our Hogansville and LaGrange branches offer personal loans from $300 to $15,000 with payment plans to fit any budget. Stop by and meet the friendly Franklin folk at the location near you. Visit onefc.com to learn more. All loan terms and applicable APRs depend on meeting our underwriting and income criteria for the loan size requested and may require collateral. Georgia Residential Mortgage Licensee number 5656.
If you need medical treatment at the highest level and want care that's personal, turn to Wellstar. We offer the latest procedures at Georgia's first certified comprehensive cardiac center, along with an innovative approach to fighting cancer, where specialists collaborate to accelerate diagnosis and treatment. We're also home to a top-level stroke program that performs life-saving operations every day. At Wellstar, we care for the whole you. Learn more at wellstar.org.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagles Sports Network.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. 68-13 is your final score. It's the Tigers there in the middle of the field, actually about the 30. Getting some congratulations from the coach, talking about how this game went. In a moment, we'll try to catch up with Coach Tanner Glisson and let you hear from him about how he thought things went. Again, don't forget tomorrow night, the LaGrange High School Grangers and the Callaway Cavaliers will be mixing it up at Callaway Stadium. We'll have pregame at 7, kickoff at 7:30. Let's see if they seem to be breaking up a little bit. They go down there. Let's see if Greg has a chance to catch up with Coach.
Let's see if he's getting a lot of congratulations. Let's see if I can get a hold of him.
Look at 68-13 is our final score. As Greg's working on getting in touch with
68-13, Coach. Wow, I don't know when we've scored that many points, and I know you probably can say we still got a long way to go.
Well, it's not about the score. It's about trying to execute at a high level. And scoreboards, we talk about that a lot when we're overmatched, but you also got to talk about that when you're the better team. And we executed a little bit better other than getting to that slow start, with the first play of the game. We didn't execute that bad. But we got everybody in the game. Even the young guys executed really well toward the end. So really proud of that. We got another short week. Harris County's undefeated. They'll play again tomorrow night. So we'll kind of see, how things are going to go next week.
Well, good thing about this short week, as I was telling Mr. Dunn, at least you get to go to school Monday, so it's a little bit better. But, we'd be glad to get back on a Friday night schedule.
Yeah, school tomorrow is tough, but we're going to take care of these bumps and bruises, come in the morning, watch film, and like I said, prepare for another short week and be ready to roll.
All right, congratulations. And you guys can see and listen to us Monday night from Your Pie Pizza. They are live on Bull Street starting at 7 all the way through 8:30 to 9 o'clock. All three high schools, as long as LaGrange College, on board as they get their first contest this weekend. Come join us Monday night live from Your Pie Pizza, sponsored by Kia of LaGrange. You can hear all the local coaches joining on the conversation. We have a great time.
Yes, we do. We had a great time tonight as the Tigers have a big win, 68-13. Any last thoughts, Greg?
No, actually, and he was trying to downplay it. Anytime you beat somebody like that, and again, we were talking, Mr. Dunn and I were talking, it just kind of happened. It wasn't that they just literally just lit them up and dominated. I know the score doesn't say that, and people say, well, but it just kind of happened that way. And, Some coaches love it, the fact they scored 68 points, and I think Tanner Liston's a little bit more humble than that, and I don't think he takes pride in running the score necessarily. But, you know, the kids, they didn't really run it up. They just executed, and just kind of the way it went.
Yeah, they did. And, again, he mentioned some of the young guys getting everybody in the ball game, you know, late in the contest. Schweitzer scores a touchdown just by fighting his way inside. So we're really pleased with the effort of everybody. Spread the ball out a lot. I think that's one I'm going to be looking forward to see the final stats, because we got that ball in the hands of a lot of people tonight.
Yeah. Did you win that? I don't know. They're throwing something out. But, you know, one of the good things about it is a lot of the kids got a chance to play, I guess about every one of them. And even at the number 3 level, executed well. Other than, you know, obviously Zach Smith moving over from left guard to center. He had his challenges getting there as far as snapping the ball from the shotgun. But, hey, he'll get there. All in all, Tigers look good tonight. Not a ton of penalties either, Jack.
No, first half we had a few 15-yarders, but really settled down in the second half. Ended up looking really good. Well, coming up next week, we'll be back home. We'll have Harris County coming to town. We'll see how Harris County plays tomorrow as they have a home game there, I think, in Harris County. Then, of course, the Tigers, again, we'll have them next week. Again, tomorrow, don't forget LaGrange and Callaway live from Callaway Stadium. You can hear that game here on Eagle Sports. Well, for everybody back at the station, for Greg, I'm Jack, and we'll see you next week on the radio.
Life costs money, sometimes lots. First Franklin Financial has loans for living. Our Hogansville and LaGrange branches offer personal loans from $300 to $15,000 with payment plans to fit any budget. Stop by and meet